Welcome to Chuckstars.
Chuckstars.
Chuckstars, here it is. And you're listening to it right now. Ooh, on whatever platform you found it on.
There's only two.
That's it. It's one of the other. Spotify or the other one.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
Okay, is that the other one? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been uploading it to my OnlyFans.
I am terrified about what that would look like.
Oh, man. It's just like paranormal activity. I just invite people over and film them while they're sleeping and put it on. Yeah.
Is that what you were doing when I was there? Mm-hmm. I felt a presence, and I was like, I'm not going to open my eyes because it's going to make it weird. But yeah, okay, right on.
Your video was a tough one because there was just a glare the whole time from your head.
Okay, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, for sure. No.
Aren't we staying at your place tonight?
Y'all are, yeah.
Yeah, now you know what you're in for.
Try and find the cameras.
The room for cameras.
It's hidden in the Band of Brothers Pacific dual box set, yeah.
I mean, that's getting opened right away.
I'm getting naked as soon as I come out.
That's right.
Not naked, naked.
Naked. Yeah.
It's a whole different
That's where you
caliber.
take your socks off.
Ooh.
But you leave your hat on. That's right. Just nothing but a hat and a smile.
That's right,
My
baby.
shirt buttoned all the way up to the top. Just covers my cock. And I dance.
You're going to Winnie the Pooh us.
Yes. I'm going to Winnie the Pooh. I'm going to Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's right.
Remember when he's sliding through the kitchen? He's got the shirt.
Is that it?
Yeah. Risky business.
That's risky business.
Biscuits,
Tom
yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pot
But
of honey
also-
is your ass.
I don't know. I feel like that's Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay.
Maybe he reenacts the scene from Risky Business.
Does he? I think he does.
Because he does
That's
do
the
a lot
thing.
of.
Yep.
No, but I feel like now, is that Home Alone? I don't know.
No.
No, definitely couldn't do it with Home Alone. He's too young for the pantsless thing. That wouldn't be right.
I think
Yeah.
Of course, it's Hollywood. Whatever.
I was going to say, back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, even now, man. Look at Drake. Either way, but whatever. Oh, is that too soon? No, too
Let's
soon?
just talk about
Our
Stranger
buddy,
Things.
Okay.
Our buddy Rafael Cruz, he posted this bit today that I thought was so funny. Where he's talking about the Kendrick and Drake beef, and
That's
goes,
right.
He goes, yeah, Kendrick went at him hard. He was like, Drake, I fucking hate you. I want you and your family dead. You're a pedophile. And then Drake came out with the diss track where he just said, nuh-uh. And then he goes, and then also like he tried to rap about how he's not a he's like, you can't defend yourself against pedophilia allegations in rhyme form.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, I'm not a pedophile. I rub your girl's back the way I pet a file. How are you gonna play this out? Dude?
I heard one line was like, oh yeah, name her. Like that was, okay.
How do I rhyme with
wanna
Millie Bobby
drag her
Brown?
back?
Yeah.
What's that?
I said if you want to drag her back through that.
Yeah.
Horrible. Okay, guys, you're listening to the podcast called Chuckstars. It's all about people that are doing really cool stuff in Lake Charles area. I am your co-host, Josh Floyd, and we have a co-host, Mr. Jacob Guidry.
That's right. What's going on? Today
yo.
we got two very good buddies of mine. We just got done doing a show hot off the comedy stage. My buddies, Mr. Dean Stanfield and Mr. Spencer Cavins.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Beautiful-eyed boys. I don't know if y'all can tell.
It is.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was
all right.
striking. When you walked in, I was like, whoa.
I'm mesmerized.
Right?
Yeah.
Some ice blue, like just gorgeous. I mean, you're just fine, but like,
Yeah.
man.
His are
Who the old show pony is out of the two.
Striking.
blue eyes, white Grand Dragon. Yeah.
No, you're no show pony.
Okay, don't be rude.
That's hot.
They're green. They're the rarest eyes of them all.
They are. They say.
Are yours green really there? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
On. They kind of blew from here. I just couldn't see them.
That's just what he says to get you to stare into his eyes.
That's what it was. I felt
no,
that.
they are green. They are.
That tingle on the back of my neck. I don't know
Like,
what's happening.
They look like lake water.
Okay, yeah.
That lake water's great.
It could be. Depends on the lake. If you go to this one, probably not.
Yeah.
I think I have lake water eyes from Lake Charles.
I may, you know what? My eyes may look like lake water, but you smell like piss. And I think that's what's important. I think that's what's important is that you smell like beef and piss. Yeah. You do. And they don't know that, and that's fine.
No,
but you do.
because they know. They know. Do I smell like beef and piss?
No, there's a musk in the room though. There is.
Do I
Yeah.
have a
It
musk?
hasn't hit me yet, so we're good, man. We're cool. And I don't plan on
If
smelling
there's
it
any
anytime
musk, this one farts like a water buffalo.
No kidding.
You've
Well, you
already-
guys-
He's
hey,
fine.
4 times on the way here. Now,
That's just rude.
By the way,
man.
hold on.
In
hold
a
on.
car?
He just said I fart like a water buffalo 4 times on a 5-hour drive. I feel like that's a normal fart ratio.
It is.
You're not
That's
even averaging
crazy. We're
a fart
driving
per
for
hour. Yeah.
5 hours. That's less than a fart per hour, and you're complaining?
and then what you do is you'll fart just loud, and then he'll just keep driving.
Like nothing happened?
Opposed to what? You want me to turn around? What do you want me
Roll
to do?
your window
Quick apology.
down immediately, and you
Dude.
know when you're farting, so that window better be down before you fart.
You got to roll the window. If you know it's going to be a
know it's
stanky one,
coming.
you got to roll the window down, man.
And
all
by
he
roll
eats
the
is
window down, do you mean
hard-boiled eggs?
It's not, when's the last time I had a hard-boiled egg?
What did you say? You said you had 8 eggs today.
They were scrambled, and I had 6.
8 scrambled.
I had 6. I
scrambled eggs.
wolfed them down before I tried. I was racing to get out the door, so I wolfed down 6 eggs, and then went and picked Dean up. I was like, "Cool, let's be in a car for 5 hours." And I thought I behaved pretty well for how many eggs were in my
I had
pot.
to ask you multiple times to roll your window down.
4 times. You asked.
Yeah, okay.
That's not that many times.
So you scrambled 2 kinds of sets today. 2 sets of eggs today. Jesus, that was so close. I almost had it.
It's okay. We'll
What's
cut
the
that.
second one?
You said you had sex today.
No, wait, what?
I thought you said you had sex and
I
then you
swear
ate
to
eggs.
God, I thought you said you had sex.
I said I
today.
had 6 eggs.
Oh, okay.
6.
It sounded like
Oh.
you said I had sex then
And
I ate
eggs.
Oh, no, no,
6
no.
I heard
Oh
the
my
same
God.
thing.
Yeah.
No, I did say that.
That would have been sick. Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Oh,
had
so
sex.
so it was a long car ride. All right.
I did. I helped a buddy move to Denver one time, and he had no sense of smell, so I could fart freely in that car. It was
Nice.
amazing. It was just one of the best car rides ever.
See, to me, that would bum me out
Why is that?
because he can't smell them.
Oh, it's fine.
Where's the torment?
Yeah, that's true.
Thank
That's
you,
true.
Noah.
He was mad
Noah
that they
off
were
camera.
happening, but he couldn't smell them. You know, nothing happened, but he was upset that like it was in the room, you know, in the car.
That's
so.
funny. So
Yeah.
he still got upset because of the idea of the particles.
Because I was overdoing it. Yeah, for sure. Like I was testing it because he'd always said he didn't have a sense of smell. So I was like, well, this is when we're going to find out.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, no.
And the stinkiest ones are the silent ones.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
That's crazy that you were okay with that.
Yeah.
And not smelling them because I'll be honest, I'll fart pretty bad in a room, and if it's bad enough, I will do everything I can to get somebody to come into that room.
Yeah. And ask them like, do you smell cookies? So they're like,
That's the best. Yeah. Okay, will you come in here? Does it smell like gasoline?
right?
I go,
Like,
But it's Spencer, so
smells like asshole.
We're not smelling your fart.
Y'all know his tricks.
they do. I do.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it was you or Pat Bernard, but I did take a nasty dump
Probably
in
not.
one of y'all's houses, and I was like, "Hey, there's a $20 bill in there just laying." And I can't remember if it was you or Pat, but I have that like memory associated with both of you.
that's awesome.
I don't
Cinnamon.
think it was me. I would remember that.
Yeah, that's a good bit. That's a great bit.
That is a very funny.
So you guys drove in from Austin, Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How long you lived in Austin? Like each of you?
2018 for me.
Okay.
I lived in Georgetown since 2016, and I grew up there, but moved back 2016, and then I was doing comedy. I started in November of 2018.
Okay.
Like doing a couple things, and then, but really towards the end of 2019, I was like, I want to do this. I want to go to more mics every single week.
Yeah.
And that's where I met Spencer at that time. So 2019
Change your life forever.
changed my life forever. There's a picture of us holding hands, like the second time we've ever met.
That's awesome.
By the way, that's great.
And very
Imagine if
sweet.
you could have a photo of when King Arthur met Merlin. That's amazing that we have that
King Arthur
document.
Merlin.
Of course.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Obviously.
The wizard, yeah. Definitely.
The cool guy with the big sword.
See, only a fool would think that it's better to be King Arthur.
No, it's not.
I'm a wizard.
Yeah, but I would be a
I
sheep.
could turn you into a cat like that.
Yeah, but that's like, that's
true.
what it's true to your nature. I wouldn't turn you into. I could turn you into a lizard.
Yeah, I want to be
That's a
Lancelot.
bad-
If I was
Lancelot's
anywhere,
good.
if I was anybody in that story, I'm gonna be Lancelot because he gets Guinevere.
imagine.
Just you know, so
Yeah.
Would be a lizard.
kind of a pimp, not a big deal.
Yeah.
Was Lancelot like the main knight?
Like,
I think he was like the head dude, and then ended up like stealing the queen or whatever.
I do remember
I have to go back.
Oh, that's great.
We're gonna watch The Sword in the Stone after this. To make
Dude,
sure that we're up on all that.
An incredible film. An incredible. I remember.
It's a good one.
I remember being very like not, and I don't even mean this term just sexually, but also just like emotionally, like romantically aroused at the squirrels. Remember
were
when he
hot.
turns into a squirrel and
You're
then he
not
has a
wrong.
romance
Yeah.
with her, and it made me feel weird as a kid.
Yep.
And then also I felt so bad for her because she's so in love with him.
Yeah.
He's pushing her away, and I remember thinking, if only I could turn into a squirrel and have her.
Right. And then why didn't Merlin turn her into a woman to like help that? Because like he totally could have.
You know what?
I
Those
mean?
same brains. So then we got.
Oh,
she'd be like
perfect.
A
You're right.
retarded lady. Yeah, that's what she would have been. Yeah, I think that's
not
why.
good.
Merlin was looking
but
out
she
for
loves
her.
nuts, which is
Yeah,
nice. That's
right.
great. Yeah.
you can climb a tree. I don't know how that helps.
Climb the
but-
shit out of a tree.
Yeah.
Bushy tail.
Did you watch this movie growing up?
which one is it?
The Sword in the Stone.
Sword in the Stone.
Yes, I did. I watched it.
It was a good one. It was probably one of my
Turns into
favorite
a
ones.
dragon, and there's a
Maybe the best.
Yeah.
Now that
Really?
you
I do.
mention it.
It's
It's so good.
Well, I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid, so anytime I got to watch it, it was like a secret thing. You know what I mean? So like, because we couldn't do magic movies. Like, I couldn't watch Aladdin until the pastor said his son could watch it, and so then my parents were like, "Okay, now you can watch."
Oh, you were really Christian.
But we were like a light bulb in a car away from being Amish. Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. We were Shiite Christians, basically. Yeah.
Now, what is Shiite?
Yikes.
Just extra Christian. Like when you have Shiite Muslims, they're like the extremists, you know, like, so we were Shiite Christians. Yeah, for sure. No, we were zealotous. Yeah, for sure.
Zealotous.
I never knew what Shiite meant. Shiite sounds like one of the like really like
Shit.
fun inner city
Yeah.
urban black churches.
Shiite.
What kind of Christian are you? Shiite.
Shiite.
Oh, we were all about it for sure. So let me ask you this: whenever you're starting out in comedy in Austin, where do you go? Is it there's open mics, presumably? You know what? Like, how do you start there?
Well, when we were doing it, it's like drastically different because it's like there's probably like maybe 1 to 2 open mics a night, maybe.
Okay.
And
Which is still a lot compared to most places.
For sure. Well,
Like-
that was going to lead to my next question:
Yeah.
how's it changed over time? But yeah.
yeah, it's gotten like I don't even know if a comic would move in today and I was to give them advice, I wouldn't even know what to tell them.
Like how
Go
to
open
start, where to
mics,
go.
find stuff. Find somebody that does open mics.
Yeah.
Open mic for 1 to 2 years. Start to get comfortable on stage, and then really like you got to start a show.
And then go to Kill Tony or no? Like, is that too soon at that point? You need to wait a little while longer, or
I say never. Dude.
I've never
do
signed
that?
up
Really?
for it.
Really?
Yeah.
I did it twice and I regret it all of it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Why? Why is that?
I mean,
It's
It's just
large-
1 minute, which
you
sucks,
gotta stand
right?
outside for fucking and
Okay.
hot. And there's other mics and shows that you could be like working on your craft on.
Yeah, it's
And if
meant
you
to be
like it, go.
dehumanizing. Also, the I think it's like you have to look at why you're doing comedy. Like why do you go to a mic? Well, you go to a mic to like work on jokes.
Right.
Why do you go to Kill Tony? Well, you're going to Kill Tony because you think you should be famous.
For the exposure.
Yeah,
That's it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or to meet someone famous, because there's the panel is
Right.
always, that's cool to
Right.
see.
Yeah.
But most people signing up for it, it's like you're just not ready. Even if
I
somehow
don't want
it
that
went
person's
well,
first time to see me. I fucking up there for a minute, nervous, weird, and
Yeah.
maybe
and then getting ripped
roasted.
on for 10 minutes. And
You have to let Tony rip on you. I mean, you can try to
sure.
fight
he's
it
so
back.
good at it. It's hard to win that
It's insane.
battle.
He just
Yeah.
did. He just
He's
roasted
incredible at
Tom
it.
Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't watch that yet. Is it good? Is it funny?
It is.
It's worth watching?
It's too long. I'll never watch the whole thing because it was
Okay.
live, which means that they can't edit it down. It was
Okay.
live, so it's like 3 hours.
Wow.
You experience the whole night with the audience. But
Okay.
I will say the roast that I saw, including Tony's, unfortunately,
Yeah.
is so good.
Is it?
Tony comes out just with a hot revolver.
Just banging.
I mean, it's so good.
That's awesome.
And he's so. I mean, he's hilarious, dude.
What is his background? Because I don't know enough about any of that. Really, was he a comedian first or like?
Yeah. He's a
He was?
comic first.
Okay,
Yeah. This
okay.
is just where this has launched his career, this show.
Gotcha.
He was a door guy at the
Comedy store.
there in LA for like 11 years, and then started doing his podcast in the belly room.
Yeah, it was at the store.
It was
Yeah.
at the store, and then when he moved to Austin, he moved into like a music venue that's really popular. They fucked with him for a little while.
Yeah.
And then he got canceled,
Yeah.
and then the Vulcan picked him up. So,
Okay.
like, he's had a huge come up. In the
Oh, I mean, he's blown up. Now they're
Canceled.
selling out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
For
It's
Kill
one of the
Tony,
biggest-
which
Yeah.
is insane.
No, it's amazing what he's done, actually.
What did he get canceled for?
saying racial slur.
Oh, okay, right.
What did he say?
No, dog.
Trick question.
No, if you could just edit him saying a slur for Chinese
We got
people,
that.
that'd
No
be
problem.
perfect.
Yeah.
We've never edited in before, but now's the
Never
time to
edited
start.
What the fuck?
He had said there was a guy who went up before him.
Yeah.
And from what I think it's been a long time since I've seen the video, but he he was an Asian guy and he was roasting white people.
Peng
and
Dang.
Tony went up there and said something back at him. And like people only like got that one little part of him saying that.
Yep.
And then that's what like went viral.
clipped
So it
that
just
out.
seemed like he was being like super racist
Gotcha.
to this random
But
guy.
he didn't Michael Richards it, just like
No.
like go
No.
off the rails with it. He just did. Okay, right on. Well,
Yeah.
that's forgivable.
It was. I mean,
And
he
it was
was
a
going
shitty
for
thing
shock.
for the other
Yeah.
person to do.
It was
Yeah.
really shitty because Peng Dang had set up a camera to record his set, but obviously it was still running because Tony went up next.
Right.
And they had worked together a lot. And then Tony went up. He was trying to do a joke that Peng Dang was doing a lot of stuff that was like kind of making fun of white people and pandering to being Asian. So then Tony went up and was the heel and was like, watching you guys laugh at this, made me fucking sick to my stomach.
okay.
And they took just that.
He's playing the character. Yeah,
He was
for
doing
sure.
He was totally doing a character.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. Comedy's so weird, man. I think it's all permissible depending on who hears it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you might strike the wrong Karen and they're going to get upset about it. But, I don't think you can really base your set on that either, though. Like, do what you think is funny and let the chips fall where they may, right?
I would agree with that. I want to know the conversation. When we were sitting at the bar, so we wrap up the show just like an hour ago at Luna Live.
Yeah.
And then we're at the bar. I'm watching the game. Dean's talking to some beautiful married woman for some reason. You are next to me. Yeah, she was so hot, and her husband also looked pretty cool. And you were next
angry.
to me. Yeah.
I think he just wanted to watch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What was that guy in the purple shirt saying to you? Because he was giving you an earful about the show.
He was like, "Hey, man, maybe like because it's outside. There's there could be people walking by and like." Someone's, talking about pegging or, having their ass eaten a whole bunch, maybe like that's not something they want to hear. And I was like, that wasn't y'all.
The Keith.
Yeah, that was Keith. Yeah,
First
that was
of all,
Keith's
if
joke.
they're walking downtown Lake Charles at this time of night, they don't give a shit about pegging. They probably think that's hilarious. Like, that's not going to offend anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody's walking their child to school at, 7, 8 at night. I'm sorry. That's just not happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
You're
like,
being offended on behalf of absolutely no one.
right.
On behalf,
Congratulations.
And
Congratulations.
he wasn't doing that. He was more of like hey, like, 'cause I work with the guy. And so he's like, hey, like, maybe pull back on that. So that way there's like not an issue for the show going forward.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, I understand where you're coming from because it is a valid point, but I'm never going to tell comics they can't do certain material. If I don't like a certain comic and I don't like their material, then I just won't book them.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I only do that if I don't think they're funny.
Right.
And or if I just don't like working with them. Like, that's why I've had Spencer out several times. I enjoyed having Dean out, like, because I like working with these guys.
That was going to be a question.
Yeah.
You guys have been to Lake Charles before. This is not
My second time.
Your second time.
Last time
Okay.
was Library Riot. Both times have been very fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dude, Library Riot's great.
It is.
It's a great scene, for sure.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I know who I'm booking. I know the show that we're going to get from the comics perspective.
Right.
And so if people don't like that, then, I mean, that is what it is.
Which, by the way, in terms of like, I'm with you because when I've run shows, I've had the venue mention certain topics. It was the venue owner's daughter had a problem with a comic who did a rape joke.
Okay.
And
All
it
right.
was his whole thing is just that he's like dark and stuff like that. And then they talked to Dean and I about it.
It is Spencer that did the thing.
It's not.
So their premise was rape
Don't
is
say that,
not
'cause that's
funny
not
at all.
Well, that wasn't even their premise. It's just that she was like, my daughter was working that night as a waitress and was like, she got mad at it. Because she got mad at it, she got in the owner's ear and was like, why are we letting this happen at the business? So they're like, we're going to put together a little like house list of things you can't talk
just
about.
don't say these things. Yeah.
Here's the thing. What I was like, I didn't like that guy's set. I don't like that comic. But also, we'll just not do the show if that's what happens, because especially that was like a weekly show. It's like, I can't police this.
Yeah.
However, on the flip side, as a comedian, I don't mind if somebody says like, by the way, we're going to do this show. Let's do like TV clean. I don't mind. I'll do 20 minutes of clean stuff.
Sure.
We
But
do for Jen Fullwilder all the time, and I like it because it makes me go. I'm not like a particularly dirty comic.
yeah,
I
right.
don't say, but I cuss. And
You
I added
cuss.
his inflections in like.
Do people consider that dirty comedy, or even
not
if you
cute.
cuss, it's not okay? They don't like that either.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
They don't enjoy that.
Oh, there's headliners that will. It's never happened to me because I've
Yeah.
never done this, but I know people who have gone up to like open for a headliner and they weren't told that they had to be clean, so they worked dirty and then got like destroyed in the green room by the headliner.
Ooh, yikes.
And it's for one of two reasons: either one, they work clean and they don't want to have to follow a dirty set, or they don't want to offend the audience, or the other one, which I think is really funny, which the particular case I'm thinking of, it was this with Matt Boyd. Was they yelled at him, got super mad, and were like, why would you do that? Why would you work dirty? You were swearing you were opening for me. And then they went up and their stuff was really dirty. So it's like, they just want the big pops for
That's
themselves. And they're like, don't say fuck, because I want to get a big laugh when I drop fuck.
That's right.
Which also is valid. If you're a headliner, you can be like, hey, by the way, work clean because I want to work really dirty. Yeah.
Well, and you got to use it right too. You can't just like gratuitously just fuck, whatever. You got to use it. That's got to be your punchline, right? Like, or is that, or am I wrong? I don't know.
No, it can't be your punchline.
No.
But it can be like I use it as an inflection,
Okay.
right? An inflection.
Yeah.
Inflection.
Yeah, I use an inflection. So like when I've got like I do it with the gun bit where I go when I put up, I go fuck.
Yeah, that's great.
And like I just use that. It's not a punchline, but it's just like a build to what I'm trying to do.
Right.
So I use that on the way to get to stuff, but you can't use it as the punchline. It's just like
No, yeah. It helps paint the picture.
hack.
You're just, okay, I got you. So that, okay, right on. That makes sense.
And then the funny thing is there's some like almost letting people get away with too much. Oh, let's not do Instagram while we're on the podcast.
All right. right.
Out of respect.
Somebody messaged me.
I don't know.
Oh no, hold on. If it was important, you want to read it?
That would be great.
Let's give him a call.
I was gonna say on the flip side, when you're like, which Austin has very much done this, and like the pushback to like PC criticism and censorship has been like, we like now comedy is a matter of freedom of speech and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That actually cultivates bad comedy though, because and we see a lot of this in Austin, and there's certain scenes that are geared towards this, where you're watching somebody go up and work out a joke where like faggot is the punchline.
Okay.
And it gets a huge laugh because the audience that
Really?
it caters to
Yeah.
are people who are like, yeah, like we should be able to say stuff. And then my problem isn't with them using the word, but it's like you didn't even have to make the joke good because they're so
They just wanted to hear
excited.
that. Yeah.
So now you just have a bad joke where you say faggot. Whereas somebody like Louis had a joke where he says the N-word, the full word, multiple times.
Hard R.
And it's incredible.
Okay.
But it's because he had to work it out in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know, he was in New York City. He had to work it out in front of crowds that hated it.
He got punched a couple times for that.
Yeah, exactly. So it turned into this incredible bit.
Yeah.
But then I watched people in Austin go up and just be like, yeah, Down syndrome faggot. And everyone's laughing. And I was like, the
Yeah,
joke's
or
bad.
opening up a set, going like, "What's up, faggots?"
Nice.
And everybody's
Okay,
like,
right on.
"Wow."
I saw somebody do that. I went and watched a show at after I got done doing your show. I went down to Sunset Strip to go catch a show, and somebody walked up and was like, "Well, everyone else said it, so now I got to say it." And like he said it, and it just got like
no,
the
you
wildest
don't.
pop. And I was like, "This blows my mind. I don't get
crazy.
this."
It's
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it's okay in Austin too, because Austin seems more progressive than the rest of Texas. Probably
Specific
Just-
rooms.
Okay.
Specific rooms.
You got to know your audience, know where you're at.
100%.
Okay, that makes sense.
A lot of shows I do, I would be left hanging.
Yeah, but like even like now, Dylan Carlino has a pretty good pass for this. But
Yeah,
like,
he is a gay man.
Yeah, doing
Yeah,
that.
of course, he's got the pass.
I
Be
was surprised
fast.
when I see him do it at like Cap City. I was like,
Yeah, but he's so openly gay.
so openly.
You can see
Yeah.
it.
He's the best.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you're in the
it's not
demographic that
hacky
you're
when he
making,
does
or not making fun of, but if you're in the demographic that you're talking about comedically, then it's okay. That's why African Americans can do more race jokes than white people. That's their life experience. That's what they've dealt with in their life, and so that's real for them.
Yeah.
More is that accurate or?
I think that's fair. I think
Okay.
you
I
can
say
do it.
honky cracker.
Yeah.
That's hurtful.
And I say all the black
I'm
ones.
canceling you right now. No, I'm not. You're fine.
You have another kind of racist haircut.
I
You're
do.
in the team with me.
It was gonna happen.
Do
either
it.
way.
Say it. What movie does he have to watch again?
Oh, you got to watch American History X, man.
Now say goodnight. There's some really good scenes in that. Anyway.
Yeah, great movie.
It is.
I don't think I've
That's
ever.
what taught us curb stomping.
Yeah,
haven't seen
yes.
it
Did. That's where you learned what it is.
Put your mouth
Down.
on the curb. Yeah.
Now say goodnight. That was just
It's got my favorite.
terrible,
fat guy.
but it's
Yeah.
just such a good movie.
Your favorite fat guy?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Oh,
The one from My Name Is Earl.
the skinhead guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
from
And
Boy
from
Meets
Remember the
World.
Titans.
Remember the Titans? Yeah.
He's the bully sidekick from Boy
yeah.
Meets World.
Okay.
Lou something.
Which is
Yeah.
not the fat guy anymore. He lost a ton of weight.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was great.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I love his scene in Wolf of Wall Street when they have all of them. They're like, "Do you remember this?" And he's like, "I got no idea what you're talking about. Can I have some more of these donuts?" And they're just like eating all the food, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't know." They're just denying everything.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely. So you guys traveled all the way to come to Luna Live, man. How was the show tonight? Tell me about it.
It was great.
We want to go in order of.
I want to hear about it.
I thought it was
went
great.
up.
Because Luna hasn't done a comedy show in a while, right? Like it's been since pre-COVID. Or
Yeah,
is that
it's been pre-COVID,
Yeah.
and so I know they used to do shows there. And I got reached out to by the manager who I've known for a long time, and she was like, "Hey, we want to get a show together." I went and met with the owner. We got something set up, and I was like, "Man, who haven't I brought out in a while?" So I hit up Spencer, and he was like, "I'm bringing Dean," which is fantastic. I've been trying to get Dean out here for a few years now. It's just never been,
And I've been
case for
trying to
me.
create opportunities for him.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is the
that's
way for
nice.
me to create something for him to get a little stage time.
so you get like 10% of whatever. You know, kind of his manager. Not a big deal.
Yeah. I get a little taste. And then get you. That's not my favorite.
But that's the thing. Like I could bring in a lot more people who are like, they're like,
You could have brought in more people.
I could have. I'm sorry, guys. I told them to leave. No, I'm just kidding. I could have because I've had people tell me like, dude, why don't you bring in like these different names? Like you could bring in like bigger names who have a draw. And I'm like, most of those people, like I said, I don't think are funny. Like I like working with people
Right.
who are going to be a good time to hang out with.
Yeah.
And they're going to be funny because like I see this as like,
I maybe don't have a draw in Lake Charles, Louisiana, but
yeah.
Spencer's got a giant draw in Oklahoma
I had a
City.
fan show up tonight, and he asked to take
Really?
a photo with me.
What?
Hell
His
yeah.
name was Will.
That's awesome.
And by the way, he was a cool Mexican guy, so I'm killing. him.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Will.
Hell yeah.
Dude. It was actually very sweet because it's like I'm less than nobody in comedy. So it is really funny where he was just like, he came up and met me. He's just like, I love you, man. He's like, I watch your sketches online, which I really just have the one sketch where Dylan's sucking me off.
Right.
So I'm like, all right,
It's not a sketch so much as a porno, but
Yeah, so you're a
You got
fan of
plenty
that.
of videos on Instagram.
Yeah. I thought it was really nice. And
If
then
he likes your weird humor, you've got some weird posts.
he was like, I'm so excited. What? Oh,
Tell
Go
me your
on.
Babadook.
well, people will comics will post these things where, you know, you go, you do a show, and comics love to post these milestones, and they'll post these like, I thought we were all just trying to be funny. They will post these long, overly sincere. So it's like an Instagram photo of them just like on stage at a comedy club. And it's like, this weekend was a movie. Like my first time doing this club. Huge shout out to I killed all 4 shows. And it's like this long, just so it's so masturbatory.
Yeah.
So when I get those photos from doing a show, I'll take a picture and then just, okay, well, that's not even the one. I'll edit me like,
That's nice.
I'll say like, oh, like had a great time like hosting for the Babadook all weekend. And it's me like bringing up a monster onto the stage. It takes me a long time to edit those photos, by the way. People don't give me enough credit. Oh yeah, that's when I got a feature for the Twisted Ringmaster. That was pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome.
I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, I spent like no less than an hour and a half working on those photos.
That's awesome.
Can't tell. That's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I can't tell. Yeah, you can.
yeah, you can. It's good. It's really
You can tell. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, the show was fun. It was
Yeah.
a good time. We had a good turnout. For being a first show, every time I've done a show on a Thursday, we've had like maybe 10, 15 people come out. And so it was a good number.
Thursday's a tough night.
It is a tough night.
Yeah,
So,
you got kids going to school in the morning, got to go to work the next day, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
so I'm going to reconfigure how we do the setup, but fantastic first show. So I'm just so thankful I got to open up for these guys. And this is all going, this is how I'm going to type up the post tomorrow when I put my picture up there. So
Nice.
yeah,
So to be sincere,
it'll be sincere. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Podcast started first.
Is Luna open to more comedy now? Like, is this kind of opening the door for more comedy downtown?
Yeah, they wanted me to schedule like 6 months in advance.
Okay.
Before the first one, I was like, let's do the first one. I want to see how it goes. That way I know, get a good feel of it. So I definitely got that. We're going to be doing like a whole bunch more.
Awesome,
out there,
man.
for sure.
The owner, Dave, is such a super cool dude. I really like him.
Very cool.
I was gonna say, were they happy with it? They were happy with the
Yeah, they
turnout
all
and the
seemed happy
comedy?
with it. I
Okay.
talked
I
with
agree.
them
They
and-
seemed happy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those shows, but probably people didn't come out to like the very last second because of how just the heat and everything.
Well,
Someone was
bro,
like, "Hey, did you sell tickets?" And I was like, "Yeah, I
I didn't know it was outdoor until we got there.
Yeah. Oh,
I was
okay,
like,
my
oh
bad.
fuck!
Yeah.
Thank God it's slightly cooling down.
Oh my god.
Because otherwise, I would have been in shorts that whole set.
I'm probably gonna push it back
pants
later too. Yeah.
Summer's gonna be. It'll be tough during summer. You'll need to get
it's
multiple
brutal.
fans going. Fans on the stage. That overhead fan.
Yeah, that was so funny. I got a picture of you doing like this with the fan, like pointing up to it. Like, I wish this fan was on. Yeah. Spencer had a great. I'll let him get into it, but I had a fantastic time at the show. Can't wait to do more. So
I'm glad. That's awesome, man.
how do I put this nicely?
Go on.
I had such a genuine good time with the crowd. What
That's
I love
awesome.
about sometimes you get, I mean, it wasn't even that small. Like the place was actually like packed to the back, but people weren't getting like in the seats. I
Right.
thought it was going to be awkward. And then when I got up there, it wasn't. The people that were there were down for it. And I could gauge all of my reactions off of them. And then I can hear from the back.
Yeah.
And it's also stone walls. So it's like usually an outdoor venue is a pain in the ass because everything just kind of escapes.
It bounces around in there.
But that
Yeah, you're in
bounces
an
around
alley
in
there.
and then
Yeah.
kind of goes up.
I was gonna say because it's walled in. I was gonna say what you guys should do there is then also put a roof on top and then another wall facing the street and a door to that wall.
Just make it a building.
Now we
yeah,
got a building. Now we're
insulation.
cooking.
You don't even have to put lights up. You don't even make it dark.
Yeah. I did like how dark it was. I felt like that was because sometimes we'll do outside shows and they leave all the lights and shit on, and it's just tough.
Miserable.
It has a
Yeah.
good ambiance. The lights are up there, so it's kind of like and I had a good time.
I thought so.
I
too.
worked on. I wanted to. No, you didn't, because you were very rude when I got off stage.
It's not true.
Is that-
not rude?
He
Oh,
was,
let's
he was
get-
very rude because I was like,
Let's unpack this. I
said,
like it.
I said I had a great time. That was a lot of fun. He said, yeah, you did fine.
No, nope. Nope. Listen to him
And I was like, dog,
literally
literally, I
making
just
up.
had a really good set.
He's
You go,
literally making
I mean, it was
up what
okay.
happened. That's you're so full of shit. I didn't say
Well,
any of
say,
that.
you say
Wait,
your
he-
side of the story.
See,
because
this is so
sometimes
funny.
There's two sides. There's
It's
two
so
sides,
funny.
'cause that's what I.
Can I tell you what's happening here? because of my tone, you're now adding the words that you thought I meant based on my tone. Because what actually happened was Dean got off, and I went up to him, and I was like, that was actually a lot of fun. You know, because you never know. It's like you go up, and it's like people aren't sitting up front. So I was saying that very sincerely, and then Dean just stared at me, and he goes, yeah, I had fun. Which you're normally just more.
Yeah, I was going off of your tone though.
So you were reserved because you felt he was reserved.
I wasn't being reserved. I was being like, being like
your
relieved,
response?
like, oh, they had fun. And so then you said,
"Oh, that was fun." And
You
I was
go-
like,
you-
yeah, obviously, we both just had a lot of fun.
but that's not what you see. If you had said that, I would have known what page you were on. You looked at me and you go, yeah, I had fun. And then I was just like, I thought it was fun. And you're like, yeah, I had a great set. And I was like,
I feel like we just brought our kids
Yeah, it
to
was
Chuck E.
good.
Cheese,
Yeah.
and they're just like arguing in the
So
back.
you guys are riding back to Austin together too, right?
Farts
it was
and all.
it was a very fun set.
Here, and
You
then-
should eat eggs tomorrow. For sure. Lots of them.
No, please don't. He's
Card.
already got a musk. All right, draw a
Doing card
card.
tricks? This is an audio
Well, here, do
medium.
you want to do it to one of these guys?
Okay. Have I ever done it to you?
Yeah. So let's
Go ahead,
give Jacob
All
a
right.
chance.
Oh, you can pick whichever one you want. Don't pick Spencer's. Okay. All right. You show the camera.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Stick it back on top. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut this bad boy like that,
I'm excited.
like that, like that. I'm gonna let you cut it wherever you want. Okay. It's been properly cut.
I can vouch for the cut.
Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask you a series of questions.
Okay.
What I need from you is honesty.
Okay.
Okay. If you're honest with me, pull the red card. If you're not honest with me, we got a problem. So I want you to tell me.
We're gonna fight.
Yeah.
No. It's just the card. The magic's not going to work.
I think he just came in here wanting to
If it's
fight.
not
That's what I'm
correct,
getting.
you're sleeping on the couch, and I get
Yeah.
your bed tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite color?
Red.
Okay. Your favorite color is red. All right. Favorite animal?
Shark.
Nice, dude.
Dude, you got these locked and loaded. He's like a little kid.
I would've
We're
had
like,
to
you
think
have
about
these
it.
locked and loaded. I don't have them.
I've been on a first date
Red,
before.
shark.
Favorite dinosaur? Velociraptor. Did we just become best friends?
When you said the color red, I thought immediately his card is black. Is your card black?
That is correct.
Okay, his card is black. Now, I asked the second question for a purpose as well. This is when I think of the number 4, I think of sharks. This is a shark deck, okay? The 4 months of the year is the only time that you can really go see sharks. That's what came to mind. So is your card a 4?
It is.
It is, okay. Now,
What the fuck?
now I want to ask you another question, then I'm going to take a guess. So it's just
Okay.
three questions here. You're from Louisiana,
Correct.
okay? And you are what they call a Cajun. Mm-hmm. And I know something about Cajuns, and they love a good garden spade. Is your card the 4 spades?
That is correct. That is my card right there. Clip it. Clip it.
Can I tell you how he does that?
That was
I don't want to
amazing.
ruin it for you.
Yeah.
That deck is all 4 of spades.
It's not one other.
That is crazy because he pulled that from my truck.
That's
That's
cool.
awesome.
That was
man.
badass. Yeah.
Surprised Jacob had that kind of reaction because I did magic for like 3 years and did that trick to y'all so many times. That exact trick.
No, this is why you don't have a mic.
Usually I do.
No, we took it. No, next time, no. We love
I
you.
love brother energy.
This is
my
fun.
favorite.
This
He
is a
looks
fun
like a
dynamic.
smaller version of you.
He really does.
Yes, a golden, smaller. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Less Jewish
red hair.
version.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
you
they
do look
sound the
Jewish.
same. If you close your eyes, they really sound the same.
Yeah. Somebody pointed that out to me, and I hate my voice now.
I'm so
Wait,
sorry.
hold on. Noah, say something.
My name is Jacob and I'm very gay.
Or no. That's honestly, it's something you
have
would
the
say. That's something you would say if you were being
Literally told me
if
that
you
the
were really
first
drunk.
time I
You would
met
say
you.
that.
Yeah,
Probably. Yeah.
that's how you introduce yourself. I was like, that's weird, but okay.
Do you know? Can you do any impersonations?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Hey, boo boo, let's get ourselves a picnic basket.
But Yogi, won't the ranger be mad?
Nonsense, booba, my boy.
I can do.
Was that Muhammad Ali?
That was Barack Obama, actually. That was really good.
I
that
can do
was-
Kennedy. I can do Kennedy.
Let's hear it.
Oh,
We meet at a college noted for knowledge. and a city noted for progress, and a state noted for strength, and we stand in need of all three. For we meet at an hour of change and challenge, and a decade of hope and fear, and an age of ignorance and knowledge. For the greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds.
Amazing.
That
You got to clap him off because he will do all
Yeah.
18 minutes of the speech. I've heard him do it. He knows the whole speech.
He's got more.
It's my favorite speech. It's
That's
my
a
favorite.
great
It's awesome,
speech,
yeah.
man. That's
That's
awesome.
really good.
I don't
Really
mostly
good.
Kennedy I know is from the Zombies Map 5 on Black Ops. That's yeah.
Wait.
Did he? What speech?
It was, oh no, he's one of the playable characters.
What?
Yeah. Black Ops 1.
don't
It was
remember
called
that.
5. You were Kennedy, McNamara, Castro, and Richard Nixon. And you played as all
that's
four of them.
right. That's so
Yeah.
great.
Sounds like someone's breaking in. That was like one of his big lines.
That was good.
Thank you.
was
Thank you.
good.
Really good.
That was
Yeah.
oh wow. Everyone can do a thing.
Yeah.
Can you do one?
Impersonations?
Yeah.
Yes,
I've
he
got
can.
a few.
Yes, he can. Show it to him.
All right, I can do Wanda Sykes.
Shark Tales want a side?
No, just classic Wanda Sykes.
All right, let's hear
All
it.
right.
When we was kids, things was different.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
That's really good.
I can
It's
do
hardly
like
even
a-
racist.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Hey, girl, what your name is?
Nope.
You know who that is?
Now I know you're doing Obama.
No, don't do that.
Michelle,
Hey,
though.
Michelle, let me ask you something. Bring that sweet ass over here. Come on, Michelle.
Where you from, girl? Hey, how'd you get that ass that big? You got a CDL for that dump truck, girl? I don't know, yeah.
What about? We always end up doing a Trump impression every
yeah.
time
I've
we get
never
on the
known how to. You
podcast.
do one in your act, don't you?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a joke where I impersonate a lot of the
Dog
presidents.
got so worn
Yeah.
out, though.
What? Oh,
The,
it did.
the Trump accent.
Did you not just hear the part where I said he has it in his act?
I stopped doing it for a while because of that. I heard Shane Gillis
It's like his big bit.
It's
is one of them. It's one. I stopped doing it for a while
best
because like
thing.
Shane
Yeah.
Gillis did it, and it was like. But now that it kind of died down after that
He's
Live in
coming
Austin
back.
special. Well, I just meant the Trump bit, like the Trump voice that he would do. And
Well, Trump's coming back.
Oh, Trump is, yeah. Hell yeah.
That's right. It's my president. That's right.
Look at Dean.
Yeah.
Dean talks
coming.
about it like it's the second coming of Christ. He's
No.
always kind of been there.
I don't
You know he's going to come back. He said he would.
He said he
talked-
shall return.
And he said
believe it.
his most loyal followers will be able to live with him forever.
I pray to him every day.
I must not tell lies.
I just pointed at 2024 on my arm. And it shoots up into the sky. Oh, that's a funny bit for that Potter bit. Maybe I'll
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
Dude, your Harry
followers.
Potter bit is one I've laughed so many times
Thanks,
at
dude.
that Harry Potter bit. It's so
It's
funny.
so old now that
I wanted to go to the show. God,
But do you know his Harry Potter bit?
no, I
Dude.
really wanted to see you guys tonight. I couldn't go because my
It's-
kid had a banquet.
Can I do the abridged version? It is truly epic.
Okay.
He goes, fuck, I fucking love this bit so much. Honestly, it's one of my favorites.
Hopefully you would
No,
know
but
better
I'm-
than him.
can I do
It's
your-
gonna be mean?
Can I? It's not gonna be mean. Can I do you justice? Can I do you justice?
Try it. Yeah, buddy, try it.
Literally.
Let's
So
see what you
Dean
got.
Dean goes up and he goes, you guys all remember Harry Potter? He goes, Harry Potter, what is that? A Turkish guy making ceramics?
You don't say it. You're not doing my inflection. You're leaving so much out.
Oh, you're okay. He goes, Harry Potter, what is that? A Turkish guy making ceramics? Oh, I'm Harry Potter, I'm Turkish. Is that it?
Banger bit.
That's very good.
It's a banger bit.
It
It's
is
because
very
you're
good.
doing the thing with your face where you don't do the eyes.
I know. You're right. I'm tired. I'm phoning it in. But that's
And you said you were going to do it justice.
You
That's
took all the
thing.
cool shit I did and kind of screwed it up. But cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a good bit.
But yeah, if you guys, definitely follow Jacob. If you like that kind of comedy here in Lake Charles, you can see more of that kind of stuff.
Sure. Or you can listen to our last episode because there was a ton of Trump.
Dude, there's so much Trump.
There was
quite
so
a lot.
much. More Trump than anything that had ever been. Never. I can't do a Trump, but I can do a
At
bad
first, he
Trump.
sounded like Borat. You were like, so much.
There's a lot of Trump in here.
Where's the pussy mag?
This is the
They're
pussy
sending us
magnet.
rapists.
Melania have sleeve of wizard.
Dude, my favorite Borat quote, is when they're talking about having the kid chained up in the basement. It's like, we put chains on my brother Billo.
He's very
He goes
funny.
in cage, and sometimes the girls would come up, the sisters, they go, you'll never get this, you'll never get this. And then, but sometimes he break cage, and he get this.
That's funny.
That's
wow.
so great.
I think Borat is funny depending on who you're watching it with.
Yeah, I watched it with my
interesting.
mom. That was not
Yeah.
as funny that time.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it was still funny to me.
Yeah.
Not to her.
Yeah. Because some people are just like, what the fuck what are we watching? What is going on right now?
We were fine until he started chasing the fat dude, the naked fat dude around, and then she was like, "I just don't know if I can do this."
So
I was like,
funny.
yeah, you're right. We should.
In theaters?
No, we were at the house. Yeah. And I had already seen it, so I knew it was coming up.
Well, it's weird when you're in the same bed together.
That's true. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, the only TV is in our room.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's worse, watching a sex scene with your parents in the movie theater or at home on the couch?
Oh, at home with the couch, for sure.
It's worse,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah. No, that's same. That we were in the living room. There's the sensual scene comes on, and my mom looks over at me and she goes, "Your dad is not that smooth." And I was like, "Oh God."
Wait, what movie is this?
I don't remember the movie, but I remember her saying that, and it ruined
Was it
my
the
day.
squirrel scene and, and Sword in the
No,
Stone?
we can't watch it. We can't watch that.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's magic.
That's right. That was still uncalled for. We can't do it.
I think it's worse at home because there's also the thing of like, does somebody pick up the remote and pause it? Whereas at the theater, it's you're surrendering yourself to what they're playing.
That's true.
But at home, there's this weirdness of being like, and then like I remember my dad watched that and being like, oh, we shouldn't, and like kind of he's too lazy
Yeah.
to, but he feels like what a dad should do is be like,
Yeah.
where's the remote? We shouldn't, you know.
Oh no, my dad would
By
have
the
turned
time
it
you
off
find
immediately.
it, the scene's
Yeah,
over.
the
and you're
scene's
like,
over, and
if anything happens like that, I have the remote now.
yes, now you're just gooning with your dad. Yeah.
No matter what I was watching, the
edgy
worst
with your
part of it was going to be when my dad walked into the room.
Edgy.
Guaranteed.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
yeah.
Like I was watching Full House. This is the most innocent show ever made,
Right.
ever. Very wholesome. And there was one scene, probably in the entire thing, where Uncle Joey comes out and he's dressed as a motorcycle guy, and he's like, "I'm hellbound." That was the one part. My dad walked in and he goes, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "It's a good show. I don't know."
Because he said hellbound.
Because he said I'm hellbound, and I could never watch Full House
crazy.
again after that. Done.
Well, okay, did you just go?
Done.
Did
I
you
don't know.
go like nuts after high school?
I did.
Did you do all sorts of crazy, weird?
Oh,
shit?
he's got a wild story, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a lot. Well, and I was an avid reader as a kid. So like growing up, I was like, I want my life to be a story that you would not want to put down if you were reading it. You know what I mean? So I said yes when I probably should have said no to a lot of stuff.
I know that.
You know
I
what I mean?
always say yes, bro.
Because nobody ever had fun saying no. You know what I mean? So
I
like,
hate no.
yeah, exactly. Well,
I hate no.
I'm older now, but you
By the
know,
way.
worst word.
A rapist defending himself. in court.
hey guys,
Whoa.
she said she was 21. I don't know. What do you want me
Nobody
to do?
ever had fun
takes it
saying
too
no.
far sometimes, man.
Didn't I say it at the club? Didn't I
what-
say it at the club? And people have been talking. You take things too far.
How did I take that too far? He was in nobody
Describe
has
it
fun
in
saying no.
detail. Yeah. I'm one
not
of those
too
people.
far.
I don't feel like you can though. So like you cannot
Yeah,
offend me.
same.
Trust me. Trust me.
Oh, it sounds like a guy with a small penis.
Yeah, that
little
has shown a
dick.
lot of people.
Dean just holding up a mirror.
Oh shit.
You're right. I don't. It's funny. I don't like it.
So were you did you do a bunch of drugs after high school?
I did some drugs. Yeah, like I experimented a little bit. Obviously everybody smokes weed. That's not a big deal.
He doesn't.
But yeah, there's a variety of other things.
He's a nerd.
Okay, right on. Straight laced. No, never tried anything.
No. No, I don't drink anymore.
Okay. I don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less. Hey-o.
Do heroin, dude. Yeah. He's not
Yeah.
a nerd.
Not
He's
recently.
Cool drugs.
No,
I
I've
was
done
more
heroin like
into
10
the
years.
spiritual, the hallucinogens.
Yeah. I like that too.
DMT, acid, mushrooms, that kind of thing. That was more my speed. Yeah. I just wanted to see what was on the other side of all this,
Yeah.
Really
Now,
cool.
did you? Because did you see what was on the other side?
I did.
'Cause my experience was
yeah,
always.
my first DMT showed me the other side. I had to
See, I haven't done DMT.
I had to make peace with my own death. It was a really intense experience. Absolutely. I saw an angel, and I mean, yeah.
Dean did that
We
on
don't have to
stage
get-
tonight.
You saw an angel? Oh, you had to accept your own death. That's okay.
What did I see an angel?
The second I went up after you.
Oh, that's nice.
You would be wild as like a fairy godparent.
Yeah.
It's like if you were in, who would be? It would.
You look like Henry Cavill if he never worked out one time.
Okay, well, I work out every day. That's what's sad about that. Because I know what you mean. You're not wrong because he's such. But it's like I work out all the time.
Okay,
but I
nice.
but I look like Henry Cavill. If
You
he
see.
never, I'm not sitting.
You see
in a
what I'm
good
doing.
Abdominal.
He's got abs.
Let's pull him out.
Okay.
There
He
is a
does.
visual
He
medium.
posts them every day on social media.
Do you
I
really?
know.
I'm
Yeah,
going
he
to
does.
start following
Yeah,
him.
he
Once a
does.
week.
Yeah, he does.
No, I don't.
He does these thirst traps. That's what the kids call them.
No.
Yeah.
What I'll do
Oh
is
my
He's
God.
like, what's up, guys? I'm at East Austin tonight. Y'all come check it out.
That is rough.
How did
This
this
is-
pull
this is
up?
trimmed.
How did that go?
I got to
you trim
trim
right
this
now?
shit up, dude. I take like
good.
3 degrees Fahrenheit off of my sleep whenever, because I have to trim it up. Like when people get like a summer
'Cause
cut,
you'll
mine's
get-
just my stomach and my chest. It's bad.
Do you,
I
do you
trimmed my
shave your
chest recently.
butthole?
No, I've never shaved my ass.
I don't. I did when I
Anything
was
like it.
younger.
Yeah. Okay,
And
right
it
on.
hurts growing it.
Well, you do it because you think like maybe somebody will see it at some point. They won't.
they're not.
They
Yeah.
probably won't.
They're not gonna.
Nah. And if
And
they
if
do,
they are, they're cool with it.
that's exactly right. Yeah. If they're there, they don't care.
Or that keeps them
Yeah.
away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
$20 is $20. You've already given it to them, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, for sure.
You need the money.
There's an old Jeff Foxworthy joke that goes, some people think you should mow your lawn to protect for defenders so you can like see a clean views of what's going on in your yard. And he said, that's not the trick. You should grow the grass so high that they can't even see that there's a house back there.
Oh, nice.
That's perfect.
Is that it? Does he say that in reference to your butthole, or is this just?
Now I'm referencing it to a butthole.
That's
I'd rather keep everything
I was like, I
so
don't think
covered
Jeff
up that they
Foxworthy
don't
has-
even know there's a butthole
It's a
back
funnier joke if you make it about a butthole. I know he was just actually making it about being like, I'm a fucking dumb redneck with a house, but like it's
What
fun.
the
No, I'm saying
fuck
yours
was
is
that?
funnier.
No. What the fuck was that?
I'm doing Jeff Foxworthy, not you. Dean
not
Stanfield's
you.
joke is good,
You
but Jeff
can't make
Foxworthy.
fun of Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah, I can. His whole thing is like, I'm a dumb fuck, but I own a house. Grow your grass.
And I
He
know a
takes
lot of
things
stupid
too far.
people.
it's not too
takes
far.
things too far.
I'm
You took his
complimenting
Lord's
you,
name in
you fucking
vain.
knucklehead.
No, but don't talk about Jeff Foxworthy like that. He's a very funny comic.
No, I know.
He is very funny. He doesn't have one butthole joke that I know of either.
Yeah, he
like,
should.
as far as I know,
There's a
but
lot
he
of
should
funny
have some.
material, and
Yeah.
you're not giving it. You're making him sound like a buffoon.
Yeah.
Well, he leans into that though,
No, he doesn't.
doesn't he?
No.
I thought that was his whole
He
thing.
might have
It's
a
like I
thing
might
that's
be might be a redneck. You know?
No, it's that
you
he
might
knows
be a
those
redneck.
people. It's not him doing. It's I know you might be. I know people like that. That's what it is. I think.
yeah. Well, he also says, "Here's your sign." And that's a pretty good one too.
No,
Yeah.
that's not him.
That's-
Bill Engvall.
I know it is.
Okay, I was like, yeah, but
I didn't. Yeah.
I want to agree with you, but that's not right.
Nah. If there's one thing people in Lake Charles know, it's the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. They come to the casino. Them
Hell
and Rodney
yeah.
Carrington just blow through here
Rodney-
like once a month, man.
Give me Larry the Cable.
He loves
Guy.
it. He tried to play it for me, and it stunk.
What, you don't like
not
titties and
stink.
beer?
I just didn't grow up with
Dear
it.
penis?
and
Yeah.
I haven't given
Not
it a fair
only that,
shake.
he has 3 whole albums that are like they are just comedy genius.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. He did.
I'll take your word
The
for it.
last time he came to the Nugget, his old stuff is good. His
He
old
got
stuff,
divorced and he went downhill. And
He
got
did.
fat, and he's not great anymore. But he was one of my heroes.
I mean, I
Yeah.
heard Cat Williams just dropped a special, and Ben was telling me, he was like, "Have you watched it?" I was like, "No," and I was like, "Have you?" And he was like, "I mean, dog." And I thought he meant it was good. So I go, "Really?" I was like, "It was great." And he goes, "If Cat Williams brought my mother back to life, I still wouldn't call that shit great."
oh my
I
god!
was like, "Oh, it's that bad?" He goes, "It's trash."
I missed that.
I was like, "What is happening?" Comedy specials are so bad now. It's
Yeah.
it's wild. There's
Well,
just
they're
so
just
many of
giving
them.
them to
There are
everyone.
good ones.
They're
yeah.
giving them everyone. They used
Yeah.
to be a thing that you work your whole career.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you finally get that one time, or
Yes.
a couple times. But now it's like, you just started. Okay, here you go.
You get those. And
I
then
got
also,
one 4 years into comedy with OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah, not an hour though.
No way.
No, yeah. I'm doing specials.
Oh, yeah.
Going and releasing a special.
Yeah,
Because
but that's the thing. They're giving people like me just like 15-minute spots, just
But-
putting shit
but that's
out there
different
that
'cause
looks
content is-
well produced, but it's like it's
That's just
filling
content.
up the void.
You're not releasing it as here's my body of
My
work that
magnum
I've-
opus.
No way.
That's what
Yeah.
these specials are. And we got to start differentiating because it's like a filmed set.
Yeah.
That it's like, this is fun. I'm going to put this out. Enjoy it. These jokes might change and grow. A special is you're retiring the material. I think that's the difference.
You'll never use
This
that
is
again.
it. Here it
Yep.
is at its best.
For sure.
View it all at once. That's me.
Yeah.
But I think I think a part of it is we've also in our lifetimes watched comedy's never been bigger. So these comedians are fucking superstars. I mean, the fact that I got off stage and
It is
multiple
huge
audience
now.
members were asking
Yeah.
me if I've signed up for Kill Tony. Like Tony's a superstar.
Right.
Bert and Tom are superstars. I used to love Tom Segura. Now his comedy is like
It's okay.
I can't watch it with a gun to the back of my head.
Dude, I saw him at the casino here in town, and I had loved his previous work.
Loved it.
And I still do love his previous work, but that hour was boring.
It's
I
so
was-
bad.
All right.
And I had fourth row tickets. Like, I was right there looking at him.
Well, but here's what I think has happened.
Just do better. That's
it's
okay.
that they're so big.
You just said in the same podcast. I want you to stop right now because the same podcast you were praising Tony Hinchcliffe and then you're diving Tom Segura.
No,
What do you mean? I said Tony Hinchcliffe. What did I say nice about Tony? I said he made a really great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has done that.
We were just over here like Tony's the best in the beginning.
I don't think that. What do you mean? I said he's created a really, really great show, and then he killed it on the roast. I also said, unfortunately, he killed it on the roast.
Well, I think part of the problem was I had built Tom so much up in my mind that once I finally saw him, whatever it was going to be probably a disappointment because I had idolized him so much. You know, so that was probably
But
part of
it's
it.
like you see something there live. It's so much better.
Yeah.
I was hoping.
Sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I went and saw Kevin James at the Nugget. And it was extremely funny.
Yes,
it was like
that makes me so happy.
yeah, it was
that's
like
all I want.
I mean, Kevin James has been doing the same shtick. I'm fat. He did like a full 30 minutes
Yes.
about this trip to Wendy's that he took, and now he sexualizes eating the entire
Yes.
menu in his car. And he's like undressing and he's like, "Ooh, do you mind if I do that, baby?" And then he looks over and sees another fat guy in shame just like eating in his car, and they both just have like a moment and they're like, "I'm gonna let you be, dog." And then they just like go into the food, and it was just the whole thing was just it was hilarious. But I felt like he hadn't lost it because you see that with a lot of like people who get big, like what y'all are talking about. Like
Yeah.
they lose. I don't know what it is. They get like they become that superstar
think
status.
They're such big stars that their fans are just so excited to see them because
Yes.
they're such big content stars now.
Yeah.
Also, their job is now less stand up and it's more content.
Clips.
Like Tom Segura is a media mogul now, essentially.
Yeah.
You know? And then when he goes out into a theater, I mean, people are so excited. It's like seeing one of the Beatles out there. Like they're huge rabid
true.
comedy fans. So he's just murdering.
No matter
and then
what
it
he
doesn't go through
says.
that filter. By the way, I say all of this also saying Tom Segura so much funnier than me. You know,
he's great.
I'm not like, ooh, put me toe to toe with
I
Tom.
don't want it to think that I'm shitting on him. I'm really not. He was
But
fine.
his stuff
But the show
sucks right now. Yeah,
the show
from what
wasn't
I've
as good as I wanted it to be. That's all. Yeah. And dude, I went and saw David Spade the other day, which was in New Orleans at the Orpheum. Where no one has parents, which is nice.
Yeah.
But that's your joke. So and I'll be honest with you, where you're sitting matters as far as how funny it is also. Because I thought I was going to get like second row tickets to David Spade, and I ended up second row from the back. Nothing's funny back there. The comedy doesn't reach all the way to the back.
because you're essentially watching it from a screen. At
You
that
literally,
point.
I could
Yeah.
have. It would have been better from a screen because all I'm seeing. It could have been anybody down there with David Spade's voice because it literally is just like a little peach blob down there. That could, you know. So I don't
Sometimes
know.
I'm on stage and I'm looking at the front row and nothing's funny there either. That's always brutal.
That's sad.
Like, this is crazy. Is the comedy not reaching these first 6 rows? What's going on?
You guys awake?
You guys hate
Yeah.
me. It was funny doing that show. That couple that came in late, they came in with such a great energy, and the guy Andrew was really cool. I don't think they heard all the riffing I'd done up front. So when I was like, "Oh, you guys can't sit here,"
Yeah.
and move for the rest of my set, that girl
That's so funny. Look,
just stared
she's
at me.
mad now.
she's like that. She's
big
very
mad.
she's very awkward. I saw them at the gym earlier today, and I was like, man,
Oh,
I
you
got
know
this
that?
comedy. Yeah, I got this comedy show. Y'all should come out. And they were sitting in the back, and I was at the beginning of the show. I was like, y'all move up, and they're like, we just ordered food. So they had food, and he was like, man, when's a good time to go up there? And I was like, go right now, right now. And then so he like they went inside
And
for
then
a
I
second, and then
immediately
they
called
came
it
out,
out.
and then you called it out. Yeah,
I mean, it seemed appropriate.
For sure.
But it
It
was
was.
funny. She
Yeah.
just stared at me the whole time. She just-
Be funny,
Yeah.
funny boy.
yeah. Her boyfriend was laughing. And then like, what? Really?
Like somebody got
You're
in a
not going
fight
to laugh
on the
I'm
way
talking
there.
about killing dogs.
Yeah.
What's not funny about
That's
that?
hilarious.
Right? It's the best. No,
What have you ever never had a dog?
The Indian food bit.
No, I can't risk
waiting
that
for
bombing,
it.
dude. It bombs so bad when it bombs.
Oh, does it?
Oh, dude, you've seen it. The 2 times you've seen it are the 2 times it's crushed. Hey, brother, look me in the eyes.
Yeah.
It bombs.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
It bombs so
I watched
bad.
it bomb at, I think it's sunset.
Oh, were you there for that? Yeah, bombed so bad.
Bomb so bad.
Yeah.
And I was, just howling inside.
But this is a joke you're still committed to. You're
It's
gonna do it.
brand new. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a riff about when I went to an Indian restaurant in Houston during
Yeah.
Riot Fest and I had really bad diarrhea.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd had diarrhea all day. And then the joke is that it's nice going into an Indian restaurant when you already have diarrhea. Because because there's no consequences. It's like, do your worst. And so it's such a fun bit. To me on paper, it's so funny.
Yeah.
But when it bombs, it bombs.
Well, just he says diarrhea like
A million times.
a million
That's the bit.
times.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because I do a whole thing of I talk about how I go into the bathroom and I'm taking
gotta-
the diarrhea and I'm going really loud. But I was like, but I'm diarrheaing even louder because I think in their culture that shows that you enjoyed the food.
It's a thank you.
I go, you're paying honor to the chef. And
But
they
you got a
hate
bunch
that
of
part.
people on dates in the
I
in the audience.
know, I
I've never had that. That has never happened
Yeah,
to
exactly.
me.
That's
like
true.
bullshit. Yeah, it has. Yeah.
That's true.
Can I do the ending justice?
Do it.
He goes, and what happens is afterwards, he's like, I'll be in the bathroom making loud noise. And then there's a guy that I know that they like this because he said, my friend told me there was a guy that walked over and he put his ear up to the door. And then he looks over at the chef and he goes,
See, that's hilarious.
Wait,
That
hold on,
is
hold on. I'm not
hilarious.
finished. I'm not finished. And then he goes, and then when I get out, I paid attention because the guy, chef ended up walking in, scooping my diarrhea out, and then going and dumping it in the pot. And that's actually how they serve that. Is they give you're eating your diarrhea, so you're human centipeding each other.
Just with a little curry.
I said the restaurant's a whole human centipede operation, and then nobody laughs. Nobody laughs. And what I thought is that I had to get out where I go like, oh, really? Is that the line, Austin? That's the line? Eating my diarrhea. That's where we're trying.
And then he keeps doing it. And then people are like, "Oh, you're grossing us out." I've been saying diarrhea so much.
Yeah.
So who's funny still? Who do you still look to? Like if the big guys are less funny now, like obviously, you guys are funny, but like who are your influences in comedy? Who
I
do
don't
you-
think you can. I try not to. I try not to.
it's better to be your own influence and to be just real.
I already had to
Old
work
Bernie
through
Mac.
all of my.
We've been watching old Bernie
God, I
Mac.
love Bernie
Truly.
Mac.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
That's
Y'all
what I was
don't
thinking about earlier.
understand. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like, if I could channel like 10% of
The
that
confidence.
energy all the time, I'd be so happy.
Okay, right on.
He's
right on.
unbelievable. Like Bernie
Yeah.
Mac to me is actually, I'm like, oh, that's like what I want. That and Rory Scovel dropped a new special. I was watching that and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Comedy.
I'm gonna have to check that. I'm not familiar with that comedy.
It's really good.
Okay.
It's really, really good.
Right on.
His new special is very.
It's on Netflix, I'm assuming.
It's on Max.
Okay,
HBO.
right on.
It's
Yeah.
very good.
Skinamax.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've only watched like 20 minutes of it, but the parts that I saw, I was like, oh, he's found a way to make a theater feel like a small little room. Like he plays with the space and makes jokes about being in the theater. Makes jokes about like, what if you guys just looked at the aisle right now? Like he's doing that kind of stuff where I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't have to become like, I'm giving a comedy presentation. Here's the performance. He's got like the same kind of stuff that we would have fun doing at like Luna Live, like that I was doing commenting on the room. He's doing that, but in a theater. He knows he has jokes just about making fun of the space and the depth of a theater and like. And I'm not saying it's a bunch of theater material.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just that he's found a way to make his jokes feel completely spontaneous, even though they're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it feels like it's like, is he fucking crowd working the entire theater right now? It's really great. The way
That's
he does,
cool.
I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
it's
Yeah.
really
I've only seen one person like crowd work at theater in a special. Well, I saw
Schultz?
Kevin James do it, and Schultz did it.
And
yeah.
did it great. He
yeah,
did do
it was
great.
fantastic. I was like, I would not be that. My problem with crowd work is I can never keep up with all of the stuff that like remember this person. Most of the time I'm like, well, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like I
Yeah.
cannot. My brain works too fast, and then I'm
Right.
like, where was I? And I don't know where I'm at,
Dude.
in my material.
The most fun person that I've ever watched do crowd work is you.
Is me?
When you were first
that's
starting
nice.
to learn how to
Aw,
do,
do we
it.
have
Oh,
Do
No,
we
he's
have an
not
all
saying
button?
that in a nice way. He likes
No,
what?
we don't.
No, he likes. He's saying that because
By the way,
he enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it
so bad. I've and I would love to. Like I like telling stories, so that I never focused on it.
No.
He did, and I would just push through and giggle and move around a lot and make people laugh. But like every time I crowd work, I always pick the wrong person,
it's not the wrong.
and I ask the
I
wrong
love
questions.
this is the.
I ask the wrong questions to the wrong people. That's my thing. That's how I
You
crowd
think
work.
it's? I love the idea of you thinking that what crowd work is guessing right. It's that you're quick in responding to whatever that person said back to you. That's the piece.
Yeah, they always have dumb stuff to say back.
Yeah, like it's not prepared or something. That's
It was
crazy.
so
Yeah.
good. Dean would just ask people what their jobs were. And then they would say, and they'd be like, electrical engineer. And he'd be like, okay, all right, electrical engineer. Man, that's cool, man.
Bet you went to school for a long time.
Yeah, literally, he'll be like, hell yeah, brother. And what do you do?
Oh yeah, that's more accurate. I wouldn't spend a lot of time being like, oh yeah.
That's what I mean. No. He literally will just move on to the table and be like, okay, and then be like, what do you do? And the guy will just be like, oh, like I run a company. We do like drywall, and just like, oh hell yeah, own your own business, man, badass.
You're just
What about you?
complimentary the whole
It's
time.
literally,
That's really
it's
cool, man.
So funny.
He would enjoy it, but no one else ever did.
I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard because I'm like, oh my God, Dean's actually just about to go through the entire front row, ask what people do, and then when they tell him, he's going to repeat it back and then go, fuck yeah, brother.
See, if I ever did crowd work, I would act like whatever answer they gave me, I wasn't prepared for, and then I would feed them the answer, tell them, oh, I was actually hoping you would say this, and get them to say it, and then be like, oh, that's stupid. Why would you say that? You know what I mean? Like that would be my own, because crowd work scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Right.
Just and it could be
have
anything.
jokes that I want to talk about, so I'm like, how about I don't talk to the people that don't do this for a living? And
Yeah, you only have a certain amount of time.
That's a fair point.
It can either be really,
fair.
really, really
Do the
funny,
thing that
or
I
it could be
want.
like a grab bag of maybe not funny. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, yeah, it seems like you would want to stick with what was funny for sure.
But he did it, and he. I would
Unless
say,
you're
like,
really
maybe
good at it.
Never bombed at it. It never. In the beginning, it wasn't like great, and then it got to a point where you had to stop doing it because that's all you were doing.
I had to stop doing.
Turn into Matt Rife.
It's not that it was all I was doing.
Trying to.
No. It's not that it was all I was doing. I was always working on material, but
Talk about somebody's hero.
I learned how. Oh yeah, you're asking who we think is good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Obviously, it's Matt. Yeah.
Yours is Matt. In his feature act, Alex Carro.
Alex
You
Carroll's
look
the man.
up.
I do love his feature act. He's our good buddy.
That's awesome. Right on. Cool.
No, but I was gonna say I had to force myself to not crowd work for a while because it wasn't that I did it all the time. It's that when material wasn't going well, I used it as a huge crutch because
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm bombing with my
Is it
jokes.
supposed to be a parachute?
I was
Are you
gonna say it was a
pulling
shoot. Yeah, I'm pulling the chute.
No, you pull a chute like
I know.
this.
And neither of those-
That's
The
why I
emergency
that's why I
brake
abandoned
on a
it.
train?
Did you not notice me abandon? And
That's
say
an
crutch?
18-wheeler honk
Yeah.
horn. That's what
So,
that
anyways,
is.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
for
Well,
sure.
let me finish the analogy. So, anyway, so
He was doing a
I would
pull up.
bring-
This all goes back to him
I'd bring the
posting his
bus to a
shit about
stop.
him at the gym.
Okay, you're stacked, bro. Good job.
yeah.
Sorry.
You said I looked like Henry Cavill with AIDS.
Anywho.
So we bring the bus to a stop.
Yeah, that's right.
But I learned it could be it could be a huge crutch because
Okay.
you can. It's always easier, in my opinion, at least, to get a laugh like in the room. And I'd be like, I need to just let myself bomb. If the jokes I'm working on are bombing,
Yeah.
they need to bomb.
You gotta
I can't
know that.
save it by them being like, all right, like, how long have you guys been together? Now I'll crowd
Right.
like I get enough stage time that it's like I'll go up and just do a whole crowd work set if I feel like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that first time he came through Lake Charles, I felt like a majority of that was also the first time I'd seen you do like a long form set.
Yeah.
And I remember a lot of that being crowd work. And tonight was a lot more like you still did a good amount of crowd work, and but I saw a lot more material from you as well.
Yeah, if it's also like room dependent. If I'm like I'll watch it and I'm like, oh, this isn't a gimme. The room needs to be worked a bit. Then it's like I have no problem being like I'll crowd work for a while until they feel hot.
Yeah.
or like burn it down and then build it back up.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know- I
never
don't think you do
intentional.
that.
That's
No.
not intentional.
Well,
it just
was
happened.
at the beginning.
Yeah, I think maybe
used
I
to go
said
up
that
there-
to protect myself. I don't think I really wanted to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. He used to, and that, if you're, saying my crowd work sucks. This guy, he'd walk up there, and even if the room was doing like good, he would do this weird thing where he would make it really awkward, or he'd say something like really bad, and then it would tank to 0.
Okay, you're making.
And then he would work. Well, no, but then he would always like work himself up back up to the at the end of the set. It was just as good as the last guy, but he
if not better.
he liked, if not better,
Probably better. Let's
he
just
would
be honest.
jump in a
Yeah.
hole, and then he'd be like, "Ooh, this hole's fun. Let me try to get out of this."
Yeah, sometimes I did that, but it's like you know how you have to like burn down old growth to allow for new growth.
Hey, burn the boats. We
Yeah,
don't need
I
we're not
burn the
going-
boats.
That's right, baby.
Oh, I love that. What's burn the boats from again?
It's Japanese culture.
Yeah, they burn the boats so you can't turn back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hawaiians.
Yeah.
I think it's just a group of people that hate boats.
People in Aruba. Yeah.
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 They just
Well,
get together.
It's actually land lovers.
You ever-
Fuck these boats.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ever buy a boat? It's frustrating.
Yeah. You probably want to burn it after a little while. It's just a hole in the water that you throw money in, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a inside baseball question because I love comedy, and I'm from the outside. I'm looking in. What is your preset regimen? Like, what do you do to get yourself in the mood to even go up on stage and be that person? Do you have to tell yourself to have fun? Do you have to tell yourself to? Is there anything? Are you just being yourself? It's just normal. Like, is there something that you do before the set that makes it better for you?
Viagra.
Okay. No, I noticed you have a giant heart on the whole time. It's weird, but it's
Before
your
the
thing,
set.
and I love it. Yeah.
Giant.
Before the set. Well,
Just like
that's
before the
Josh's
set, get you in the
kind.
mood
He's,
to do
yeah.
the show.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what
Bigger than
puts you in that
normal.
mood?
Giant.
Alcohol?
I don't drink. Dude, for me, I actually had this conversation with a buddy of mine who was just been like kind of struggling on stage. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I feel like all of my stuff that I do, like I don't write, I don't spend any time really thinking about comedy until like closer to showtime. But it's all the stuff that I do in the day already. So it's like I work out, I meditate, I like to eat well.
Right.
And then I feel like by the time it's showtime, I'm like pretty ready to rock. And so I'm in a good space. And then for me personally, it's just I'm always trying to be present.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I do that with those.
So
weird
you have
techniques.
a whole day basically of just like taking care of yourself,
Just in
making
general,
sure you feel
mental health
good and
stuff.
mental.
Yeah,
okay.
basic mental health
That's
stuff for
awesome.
me.
Right on.
I smoke cigarettes and pretend I'm in a race car.
Lots of nicotine too. Yo, do you really?
Yeah, I think about like because the feeling
That's
that
awesome.
you have like
Okay.
zooming. Or
You're being serious.
Going around
Yeah.
like
Cool.
like a tight turn. That feeling is just like it's fun. It's free and it makes me feel good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just think
love
of
that.
like pedal control or like things that I want to do like around like certain like turns on a track.
Yeah. So that
Stuff
gets
like
your
that's
heart
what-
going. You're excited. You're thinking about
Pumped
this.
up, and it gives my head something to not worry about. And
Yeah.
because I'm nervous. I'm about to go up.
Right.
And I'm like, what do I? And just recently, I've always had like a thing that I'll think about prior to going on. Because if I think about my set, I'll just like keep running the jokes in my head, and then I'm like, then I go up there and now I'm too in my head.
I need to not do that. I've learned. I'm like, don't think about your jokes.
No, you
don't
know
even
what-
think about what I for this set, the 30-minute set. I did not think about what I was going to say.
Really?
Because you
I
know
do
what you
bad
need to
if I'm
say.
going to do it. Yeah, it's
you need to-
weird.
you
I
know
got to be
what
out
you
of
need
it.
to say.
But have you practiced that 30 minutes so many times that you're now comfortable with it and you don't have to think about
Yes, yeah. I've done the jokes enough. That
it?
I
Okay.
feel comfortable.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because I still write down a set list, but I'll write a set list down at like noon for tonight.
Okay.
And then I'll write it down and I go, okay, I want to do this, and this. And sometimes I don't get to everything.
Yeah.
Right.
But then that's a good problem because now I'm like,
You know
I
you're
have
fine.
So much fun.
Also, you also make sure to check that set list every 3 to 4 minutes while you're on stage.
brother, when was the last time you've ever seen me check? When was the last time?
At one point, there was literally a minute of dead air as you go, all right, this isn't very professional, but just bear with me, guys, as you flip through your phone.
Licking your
on
thumb.
this one. Usually I don't. When was the last time? But tonight I was like, no, I had that thing in my
Getting
head
stumped
about
with that 20 minutes. Huh?
no, the thing is, I really no, because it's 20 minutes. I'll fucking.
I knew you were going to get defensive.
I'm not
You see
defensive.
how much-
Yeah, this now we're
fucking 20
talking.
minutes.
Now it's a
I'll rip
podcast.
30
You wanna
minutes,
go
but also
40
I'm a
for 40
feature
with
act.
me?
I know how to feature act. A feature act, like if you're here's and
Yeah.
this was embarrassing. This is why I didn't want to bring this up. But sometimes as a feature act, you crush so hard that it's like at the very end, if it's like, dog, I need to take it back down so that you can even go up there.
Right.
And so I had to go like, here's a little bit. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
So you're able to
you
think
thought-
about that and your jokes at the same time.
Yeah. And so
That's
I'm sitting
amazing.
there scrolling, and I go, listen, Spencer, I just don't want him to have a bad time. And I go, I know I've been professional this entire time. I've never looked at my phone, but I got something I forgot about.
Just bring the vibe
and
down
then
a
I brought
second.
it there.
Yeah.
Just vibe down a second, and that cools it. That's what's
That's right.
called-
And you were 6.5
In the
minutes
business,
in, and you said,
it's in the
you
business,
said,
it's called being a cooler.
You were
Okay.
6.5 minutes into a 20-minute set. You finished a joke and said, all right, let's see where we're at.
No, that was on time. I'm checking time on the audio message. Yeah, it's a time thing. I'm looking at time like, where am I at? Like 8 minutes? Because I riffed about the girl thing for the first 8 minutes. I was like, I don't know where I was.
Well, I do appreciate you for not leveling the room so hard that there's nothing to be
Thank
done.
you. That's why I didn't do any crowd work either,
Yeah,
because you knew you were going to.
Oh, well, I did tell him. I said, "Hey, I'm
know
the
that's
headliner
life.
tonight." I was like, "I want you to work clean and do not do crowd work."
Did you?
because
What
I'm
did I
gonna
do?
do it.
What did I do?
Don't you?
You worked dirty and did not do crowd work.
Yep.
I did. What was?
Did you do anything dirty?
I don't. Do you say that I do, but I don't. What is the thing that
No,
I do that's
you know
dirty?
this is what's funny about like working clean. You do have a 5-minute bit about killing a hamster that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It is funny that's clean.
That's clean.
It's so crazy. I did Jen Fulweiler's show. I featured for she's a Catholic mom. Like, and all of her material is
Okay.
about being a Catholic mom.
Okay.
She was like, obviously you got to work clean for these people. So I had to do 20 like clean.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy at some of the stuff. Like I did still do the like wishing my girlfriend like her pH off.
Oh, yeah.
There's things that
Clean.
Yeah, it's like it's dodgy.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say period stain. Like I removed that, but I can say pH. I thought, but there was stuff that even hinted at sexual. Instead of saying I want to have sex with her about my friend, I say like I want to sleep with her. That stuff wouldn't do.
I say like if we're clean, I'll be like I'm gonna put a baby in that girl. And that's still
Isn't
saying
that crazy?
nothing, but
Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
talking
that's a
about
different-
dumping.
That's still very clean.
You're talking about breeding her.
Yeah.
Which can I say breed? Is that clean if I go and I want to breed this girl?
No,
I know it's
because
not
now
funny,
you're-
but that's the most.
That just gives
breeding
like a
is
weird
trapping.
Yeah.
connotation.
So what I was
Yeah.
gonna say is all of that to say those parts they still pulled back on. Like there was a very clear. Like I was having a lot of fun with them, and as soon as I would get even slight sexual innuendo, they would really pull
Thank you
back.
for
And
that.
then I have that whole bit about shooting my mom in the head, and it's crushing. And I was
Really?
like, how is this okay to like clean crowds
Yeah.
love violence?
Okay.
Even Jim Gaffigan, a lot of those guys who work clean, they don't talk about sex, and they all have bits about like an axe murderer coming in like chopping their family's heads off as like a Jim Gaffigan bit, and it crushes.
But
And it's
that's
like,
okay.
Yeah, because it's so like I don't. We just love violence as a society. We've all accepted. I don't know. It's like
I like violence.
Were you allowed
We're
to watch violent
desensitized.
stuff when you were a kid?
Not necessarily. No, we would fast forward probably through some violence.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
What's the most? What would be like the threshold?
Karate Kid.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
There
not
were
bad.
scenes fast forwarded in Karate Kid.
really?
Yeah, for sure.
My dad rewound those and
Yeah.
again.
What was that
It's
like? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
We'll
dad
spend
was
the
like,
rest of the
check this
podcast just talking about your cool childhood.
this Chinese guy's gonna kick the hell out of these white boys.
I don't know if it was a cool. I don't know if it was a cool childhood. I think Dean was like putting a lot of headlocks by. his
Okay,
dad.
right on.
Yeah.
My dad punched me, and CPS got me. Dog. It wasn't
Yeah.
a fun. It was a fun child. He wasn't that bad of a dad. But
No,
he did.
that sounds great.
And he didn't punch me till I was 15.
Oh, then
Right.
you
Yeah, yeah.
probably at 15. I know I deserved to be punched. I didn't get it, but I definitely
I bowed
deserved
up
it.
on
I was about
Yeah.
to say, what were you wearing?
I was emo.
I
as
bowed
fuck.
up on him. I got up like this, and as soon as I picked my chest up, he put it down.
Oh, yeah. For
He was
sure.
like, I'm bowing up to him. He's like, it was just a reflex.
Yeah.
He just as hard as he could, solar plexus, doubled me over.
Damn.
And in front of like family and shit. My aunt was definitely like, hey, you can't
Did you
hit the
cry?
boy like that.
Yeah.
Brother,
Oh, nothing worse.
I picked myself up off the ground with snot coming out of my mouth. In front of the family, he put me down like that. Oh yeah. And I'm just like, I'm coughing and spurting everything in me. Because I mean, he's a farrier, so he shoes horses for a living.
Yeah.
And his arms are
Dude,
twice
strong
the
as
size
fuck.
of my
Yeah, for sure.
thighs.
Yeah.
It's
And his reaction, just like, you bow up on him, he's going to hit you.
what does bow up mean? Like that?
Like, yeah, like I was mad and I was like, listen. And I like go like this. And as
You
soon as
initiated
some aggression.
some
towards him.
aggression. Yeah, for
And he
sure.
just reacted and fucking popped my ass.
Crazy.
Glenn Stanfield.
I remember like getting in my dad's face one time and him choke slamming me into a wall.
Yeah.
And then me being like, I'm gonna fucking kill you and saying all that. And then like as soon as like my brother like de-escalated the whole thing and I'm just I hate you. And, like running in my room. It's like you can't handle the emotion. It's a fucked up dynamic to get
Yeah.
physical with your parent.
For
It's
sure.
like it fucks
That's something
you up
that never
so
happened.
bad.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
just crying and you're so mad and you can't handle it. Yeah.
Right.
I remember that
You're
well.
around him all the time, and he's bossing you around like a fucking dickhead.
Yeah. Or did any of you guys have older brothers?
No, I was the oldest.
Had one older brother, 3 younger ones.
Did you? Oh, actually, this is a good question for you, Noah. Jacob's your older brother, right?
Yes.
Did you guys ever get in a fight and you hit him back? Like,
Oh, no. Tell them about Luke in the chair.
Oh, one time, me and the youngest one, he's a fucking hothead, and I got back from something, and he like went to nut tap me, and whenever he did, I hit him on the back of the head, and we had these wooden chairs, and he was wearing braces, and his head went in, and the brace popped off. And so the piece flew. So we just like we were not mad at each other because we were like, "Fuck!" Now we have to go tell mom what
gonna be
just
in trouble.
happened.
We're both in
and
trouble
she
now.
just went to bed. She's not gonna be happy. She's got to buy a new set of braces for this kid.
You tell her in the morning, dude. You go. I don't know what happened last night. I woke up and
Well,
That's
she,
right.
Is it
she
gone?
heard it
It's
from the
gone? I was
kitchen.
brushing
Let's
my
figure out our story.
She heard it from the kitchen and goes, "What the fuck was that?" And we were like, "God damn it!"
what's the?
Tiniest noise will wake her up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, we could be in her room is at the back of the house.
She's got 4 boys.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're in the front of the house, and you could like.
How did y'all jack?
Oh yeah, that's not
Dude,
mom.
we-
were y'all
mom
jacking off
ears.
in the house?
So yeah, so the game room was like the game room used to be the garage. So it was like it had a full like front door. So it was pretty much like soundproof. So we'd shut that door. I'd go in there, yeah.
And y'all all would use the same.
I mean, I don't know
jack-off
about them,
station?
but that's what I was
Okay,
doing. Yeah.
They would pick their different.
Yeah.
Where would you jack off?
Just
If he jacked off in the game room, where was your place?
Where was it? My place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in the fucking game.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
obviously, yeah.
At
I
the
would
same
hope not.
time, but what if you didn't know that that's his jack off spot?
It's 3 a.m. I just got done playing Dark Souls. I'm fucking riled up, dude. I gotta let
Crispy.
one out.
That's right.
You never wandered into his salt den?
Did you ever?
just-
Did you know that he jacked off in the game room?
No, I just assumed.
Well, I mean,
Did you ever like find a stain and you're like,
just a
"Is that-
guess."
Is that icing?
yeah.
That's when you walk in.
Is
It's like
cinnamon rolls in
doesn't
here? What the-
taste like
it's
icing.
like walking into a bear's cave
odd.
where instead of there being bones, it's just like tissues. And you're like, he just fed.
And cum has a smell.
He's feasted recently.
it's got to smell.
True.
Oh,
It's
dude.
got to smell.
Yep.
When I went to your place, your gay roommate, Colton, I asked for some like hydration drink.
Yeah.
And he gave me one. He goes,
Oh,
okay.
he did the same thing.
He goes, I want you to tell me what that tastes like.
And then you
And I go,
drink
scoop
it.
it. I'm drinking it. I was like, it's just really, really salty. And he goes, and then he goes, that's what it was. It was very salty and it's cloudy. And so what he's insinuating is it tastes like cum. He goes, now I want you to drink it so much you start choking on it. I was like, okay.
And look me in the eye.
Yeah, if I did this to female comics, I would be shot. If
True.
if any guy did.
You could
He
do
does it all the time to us.
I know, that's what I'm saying. No, the gay guys do stuff to us that I could never do to a female comic.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room.
Not that I'm like
Yeah, for
dying
sure.
to do that, but I'm just saying it is
Well,
funny.
no.
Like
I'm scared to
Dylan
go
looked
home
at a
now.
photo of mine and he goes, oh,
Lock
you
your
should not
door.
have showed me this. I'm gonna jack off to this later.
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot imagine me talking to any one of our female friends and be like, I'm sorry,
You-
lady,
no, we'll ask
I'm
her.
jacking off to this.
You have
We'll ask
given.
her, but did you not say that to Sam Menny?
No,
You said that to Sam Menny outside of the East Austin Comedy Club, right?
I was gonna jack off to a photo of her.
Oh. I misremembered that. I'm sorry.
Maybe
fuck
he
are
said
you
it to
talking
you
about?
in privacy.
By the way, that's funny that you think that's the dynamic because all of the sexual assault is her to me. So what she very likely said is she was going to masturbate to one of
That
my
very
photos.
well could be it.
That's like a thing
Very
there.
sexualized.
yeah.
Because she's like, the stuff she says to me, I'm like, if I said this back to you
Yeah.
in front of people, I'd be in
A
trouble.
hard problem.
Yeah.
Hard problem.
Yeah. She'll literally tell me that she's just going to sneak into my house. Like,
Yeah.
it rules, honestly. But, yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Kind of
The
great.
pretty girl.
Yeah.
Dude,
that feels good.
This
He's so
Colton
pretty.
guy that they were talking about, I wish you could see him because we
Yeah.
know another guy named Colton who's been on the podcast.
That's right.
They look exactly the same.
Oh, awesome.
Like mustache and hair and
Handlebar
all.
mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And like he's just a handsome boy.
He's just a handsome boy,
Yeah, he's a
man. His name's
good-looking
Colton
dude.
Scheckschneider. He's
That's
he's like a DJ. He DJs at the casinos and stuff.
Yep.
Like he look same haircut because I met him.
Super cool guy.
I think I met him at the creek and I was like, oh my God, what is your name? He's like Colton. I was like, no fucking way.
No way.
This is weird. Yeah. It's like a weird parallel.
he gay?
Doppelganger. He's not gay. No. Yeah. Sorry.
we need to have them both on at the same time. And just, like,
Colton
that'd
v. Colton.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What if that's Colton's just alter ego?
Yeah, it's a
Like
variant.
straight guy.
He leaves town and changes a little bit. Not a big deal. Yeah.
That'd have been so funny if after meeting him, he'd have been like, I can't wait to see you back in Lake Charles. And then just like walks off. And I was like, what the fuck? That was you.
It is you.
What do you mean? Yeah, he just puts on gay accent, goes to Austin to get fucked.
Hey, queen.
He just wants to get bred by fucking Chinese guys in Austin.
All right, I'm back.
It's interesting to see his demographic too, like what he calls hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he's got a wide range of shit. Like I would think like a woman, I don't know. Like I like maybe 7 or 8 different like. I don't know. Maybe I do have a pretty wide range.
Yeah, I was gonna
Body
say. I
types
think
and
you have
things.
wide range. You have
Yeah.
some that drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Redheads.
Yep.
Right.
You love redheads. You love a girl with like a not like childbearing hips.
Yep.
You
Okay.
love a booty,
okay.
childbearing
Yeah,
hips.
dude.
So
for sure.
nice.
He loves a big booty
That
dancing
dong.
girl.
Yep.
A girl you might meet at a honky tonk. He loves that.
That's what's up.
You want a girl who you can buy a funnel cake.
I just want a
until
girl
you-
that's willing to go on some like adventures, you know?
Yeah.
Like I like a girl that gets out there and is okay with, because I'm scatterbrained and I like having fun, but I like just doing shit. I like going out and not having a plan and like, yeah, I got a loose sketch of what's going on in here.
Yeah.
But let's go out and let's go to this concert and we'll do this and we'll just kind of see what happens.
That's awesome.
Do you guys each have significant others currently, or are you single?
No.
Okay.
Single.
So if you're ladies, if you're listening,
Yeah.
hello, what's up?
Stay away from me.
Just
He's actually your heart is spoken for.
It's not spoken for. That's not nice.
that's adorable.
Now, how would you type out spoken?
SPOK.
Would you capitalize
Nailed
the
it.
whole word?
You nailed it.
I would capitalize the
Okay.
whole entire word.
Yes, yeah.
All caps.
I got it.
Bad riff. Dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that was a
that-
very
that's-
bad
made me
riff.
sad.
It was
That
not
was,
a good
that was
riff.
making me laugh when you were talking about, you're like, there's capitals in the middle of the word.
Yeah,
randomly.
I thought that was a
funny.
good joke. Yeah,
He was
yeah.
trying to
That's when I was.
he's
Yeah.
been nice. You know what I think now you're dealing with what I went through earlier. It's right now you have your own insecurity right now about the jokes you're
Yeah.
working on, because anytime we mention them or mention your set, you
It's
like
just a funny
get
bit
defensive.
to get upset about it.
Okay.
Yeah, just a bit. I don't really give a fuck.
You're a married man, yeah?
I am.
Do you have
yes.
children?
Not together, but between the two of us, we have 3 girls. Yeah.
Sweet. Do they get along?
They do. Yeah, they really do,
so
actually. Our oldest is 18. She just had her last day of high school. She's graduating.
go.
Then we have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old, all girls.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All in the same house.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Mo-
for sure. Most of the
but
time.
shared, yeah,
We do
gotcha.
share. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the oldest stays with us all the time. The middle one stays with us all the time, and the youngest goes back and forth.
How long have they known each other? Like when they-
9 years.
Okay,
'Cause
so
my
they were
wife and I have been
kids.
together for almost 10 years. Yeah, so we've been married for like 6, but
Dude,
yeah,
that's
for
awesome.
sure.
Was that like a real fear?
Well, I'm a monogamous man. Like I don't feel right. I have plenty of fun being single. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. Like probably too much, but like where my heart is like I want to be in love. I want to have a one person that I can always just like rely on, and that's who I want to go to and
Yeah.
have a best friend, and that's just my natural way of being. You know what I mean? So
Josh's wife is great. She is fantastic,
and she's
we
super
love her.
nice, and she doesn't listen to this. It's
Yeah.
not helping me at all.
She really is. She's fantastic. They came out to the show the other day, man. It was just so nice to see their interactions, man. Like it's a solid couple.
Yeah,
That's so
she's a
sweet.
cool lady. I'm in real estate. She's in mortgage, so
Yeah.
like we get to work together all the time. She's
Beautiful.
a cool lady. Yeah,
beautiful
for sure.
And you that when you talk about like being in love,
Yeah.
I know it evolves, it changes after. a time.
Absolutely, yeah.
But that still feels very much there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
That's,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's cool.
And it's more so because you're together all the time. So it gets shitty. You know, I mean, like any human with another
Yeah.
human for enough time, you're gonna have some like harder times and stuff. But to me, that just makes when it's nice like so much greater. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I don't know. I love being married. Absolutely.
I love love.
Yeah.
That, it interests me so much.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
just
this
had
is my
a
second marriage, so
Yeah.
she's my favorite wife so far.
that rules.
And she loves it when I
That's
say
one. That's one.
That's my gold medal.
There is someone on the podium next to her, but she's a little bit elevated.
She's a
That's
bronze.
great.
Yeah, for sure. There's no silver right
No
now.
silver. Yeah, not
Yeah,
yet.
we're not giving that one out.
I had this thing that so I was just with a girl for like 4 years. We lived together. We broke
Okay.
up in November.
Yeah.
And we were very serious about each other. Really, really loved each other.
Yeah.
But there was a thing that happened that made me, it makes me think about like, fuck, is this avoidable? But it was a real bummer, which was I remember after 4 years hanging out and being together and being like, we just like don't have anything to talk about. And it reminded me of my dad told me about when he was married to my mom before they divorced. He was like, we tried to do a trip to Hawaii because I'd been working a lot and her life had just been you kids and we got a sitter for you guys for a few weeks. It was just gonna be, hey, just me and you. I'm not even gonna work at all. Leave the laptop. We're just gonna work. And he's like, I remember us just sitting there with drinks and just having nothing to fucking talk about.
Yeah.
Except the kids.
Right.
And I'm like, that's just fucking bums me out so much. So
For sure.
how do you navigate that?
Well, dude, I mean, literally, like, there's, we have kids to talk about. We are both in real estate to talk about. And if we run out of anything, she's gonna be mad at me in like 20 minutes. So like,
Yeah.
then we'll just fight. It's no big deal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A fight is better than
Yeah.
not being able to think of anything.
For sure.
Oh, the 4 clubs.
Oh, it was the 4 of clubs.
Where'd you pull that out from? Oh, okay. I just went to the bathroom. I don't know if you lost the card or something. You had to go get it.
No, the truth is everyone's gonna make you suffer, but it's just somebody you're gonna find worth suffering for. I think that's probably a Bob Marley quote, but either way, it's true. You know?
I like that a lot.
No one is perfect. No one is going to make you feel great all the time. And if that's what you're looking for, it's not going to happen. I'm so sorry. That's probably not real. So you want to find a real lady who will tell you her real thoughts, even if you don't like them, and you can both get past that. That to me is what
And if you
real
don't like
relationships
them,
are.
then you can just break up with
And
them.
you just go and
guaranteedly,
eat?
that's why Jesus made divorce.
I went to the bathroom.
Did you really?
Do that. Hold on.
went to the bathroom.
Turn and look at them. Face the camera. You literally have sauce all over the side of your face.
I was wondering what
said
that
you're going to
was.
the bathroom,
Did
and
you
he's
just
got-
blow a homeless guy?
You
What the
literally have
fuck?
I blew a homeless guy.
You have mayonnaise that's now just on the side of your thumb.
No, I
That's
don't
not
like that.
mayonnaise.
Homeless
That's
guy.
not
literally,
mayonnaise.
and now it's on your pants because you're.
I went out and I guzzled a homeless guy's hog.
I
I
like-
did not eat.
You did. You 100% went and ate.
Starving. That's why I leaned over. I was like, dude,
Yeah, can we
gonna
eat our
finish soon,
sandwiches
or
on
can
the
we-
pod?
Yeah, I
or
don't
can
care.
we-
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't eat on the pod.
Yeah, no, I was saying, yeah.
No, he's a producer,
He's a
so
produ- yeah, he
technically
said
he
fuck
does
it.
get to
Yeah,
say.
Yeah.
I won't. do it. I won't. I won't do it.
Messy, and then I'm like,
Dude, I
We
I,
went from
I don't
the
know if
most
y'all listened to Joe Rogan's last podcast that he did with Elon Musk, and they ordered pizza. And for like 10 minutes, Joe's just like, I love these fucking anchovies. And for like 10 minutes, that's all it is. It's just them making those noises.
How
It
much
is
money
fucking
did he
disturbing.
make to eat that piece of pizza too? Like, guaranteedly, that's $100,000.
Because they
he
called
made
the
right
company
there. Yeah.
out, and he was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's get Jamie, give him a call." Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they, yeah,
Yeah.
We're gonna get
it
there
was
one
Joe
day.
and Elon, the last
but
one.
the pizza company.
Oh, I can't remember
Domino's.
something with
It was
it.
like
Something with the A.
Joe's like, I love
think it was
these
like in
Domino's
Antonio's or
anchovies.
something.
I think Rapolo's is the one.
It might have been, yeah.
Club like right next to him. And that's pretty
Yeah.
good pizza.
Nice.
I didn't know they did anchovies though.
Okay, God, with the squeezing of my leg.
Y'all have been like
hot.
fondling each other.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've been laughing and touching his arm.
You do that, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even notice it. And then we're out in public. I think somebody brought it up, and they was like, "Y'all are just touchy."
You guys
We're
are
boys,
adorable.
dude. We're fucking dogs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's see it.
What
Is this
is
the
it?
one of y'all holding hands?
It's better.
They're naked and holding hands.
Oh, okay.
They're naked and holding hands.
I don't know if I know what photo.
Meaning the hat is still on. Absolutely.
The only rope I keep on me, baby, is the one on my hat.
Dude, I used to smoke Winston's, by the way, just to reference your hat that you're wearing right
Wait,
now.
why were you messaging him?
Huh?
Why were you messaging, why were you messaging
jealousy.
Andre?
He
Jesus.
just messaged me about some photos that
He's just a really odd guy for you to be texting.
he just messaged me some photos from Sunset the other day.
Oh, okay.
And I just as I was talking, I just
Okay, yeah.
You thought I sent it. You thought I sent it to somebody else when you were like, "Make sure you say something."
Oh,
Oh no, I
wow.
thought you were putting it on your story. That's why I said. No, I thought you were captioning it.
Oh my! It's like, was there tongue involved? I'm assuming there was tongue involved.
Let me see. Oh, this is the kiss.
Oh.
So he came up.
Oh,
Spencer
wow.
loves.
Okay,
Spencer
right
loves
on.
one thing, and that's being creepy.
Yeah. Okay. Right on.
Fucking look. There's a reason I didn't ask you. You can't look.
Wait,
Don't go through somebody else's phone.
I was clicking on the photo of
you
us in
don't,
the car.
Don't flip through pictures.
You were going and reading shit. Don't go through somebody.
You fucking psycho. No, I wasn't. I literally just went and clicked on the photo of us in the
But
car.
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you.
Why
I
are you
didn't give
sending that to
permission.
Andres? You psycho.
I'm not. There's a reason.
I'm not, but there's a reason. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
right on.
I'm gonna masturbate to that. later.
Obviously.
Here's what
Obviously.
happened. It was New Year's. I was not being creepy. It was New Year's. I was recently single, but we're all just hanging out with a bunch of comics, and we're at the creek, so it's not. And then I jokingly said to Dean, I was like, he was with his girlfriend. I said, hey, by the way, like Dean's gonna be my New Year's kiss, and she goes, hey, you can have him second. And I was like, deal.
Done.
And then we do the midnight 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. And then I turn and I see Dean walking up to me. So I go and I grab his face and we're just gonna do a kiss.
Yeah.
Just a, and I go in like that and he just full on, just tongue in my mouth, swirls it. And he tasted,
no.
and he was on shrooms and he tasted like cigarettes. It's so bad.
I was in the moment. I was like, it's so funny because he's coming forward and he closed his eyes, and I was like, he's never gonna see this tongue.
He wants it.
By the way, and then I had to walk with him and his now ex-girlfriend. I had to walk back to my car, so we had to walk like a good
Because of
mile and a
this?
half. Dude, it was pretty bad. Dean, the shroom started hitting Dean really hard. Me and his girl are just fine. I'm sober. His girl's
Yeah.
maybe a little drunk.
Maybe.
Dean is shrooming. Like he keeps having to go and like sit down on stuff
Yeah,
and
you
be
get
like,
in the
I
buzzy
can't
wah-wahs.
go. And I'm like,
real fucking melty.
yeah. He's like melting into park benches and shit. And I'm like, Dean, come on. We have like another quarter or another half mile to walk. Come on,
Here's
get
my
up.
point. Go get the
up.
car and bring it back.
Yep. Uber.
No, not my job. You asked me for a ride, so not happening. And then at one point, I was like, Dean, come on. And you're like, I love you. Because Justine was trying to get you to get up and you wouldn't. And then finally I do, and you get up and you're walking with me. And then Justine's like, Dean, why won't you listen to me? Like Spencer keeps having to get you. And you're like, because I love Spencer. And she was like,
Me and her had been having problems.
which is why this was even worse. And then you go, I'm sorry, I like you, but I love Spencer.
I meant it.
And I know it's very sweet, but
That's nice. Yeah.
But then the walk was uncomfortable because me and her are
my best
essentially
friend.
sober as we're just walking, and she's like so mad, like tight-lipped mad, staring forward, just like at that point she was done with you, so she walked ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's just her walking ahead of us, like a Chinese dad. You know how they always walk way ahead of the family when they're
With their
going
head,
on walks?
with their hands behind their back. Yeah.
She
Dude,
got so mad that night. We still ended up having a great night, but we had to get home and talk about it.
Damn.
And we're stuff that we had
And
to
you were
get home.
drunk.
Yeah, how was that while you were on
I know.
shrooms?
Well,
We
that's
not.
the thing. I was just like crazy honest with her about why, what I was, how I was feeling, and how I was thinking, and she received it well.
Yeah.
But it was something that I just would not talk about, like sober. And I hadn't been drinking. I've been trying to stay off sauce. And
That's what's up.
and then usually when I'll drink enough tequila or whiskey, and I'll just say whatever the thing is that I want to talk to him about. But I'm drunk, so it's like you get out of a drunk fight, and you wake up the next morning, and they're like, maybe she didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And then
hope
you can
so.
just like go about it, but you like subconsciously talk about it, and then I get off my chest and I'm fine. But doing mushrooms, I was just like in my feelings, and she was asking me all these questions, and I was like, well. And she would ask me, like, you kept saying you love Spencer, but you don't love me. I was like, I don't love you.
You said that?
That's true.
No, but like-
yeah,
but like-
that's
You said that.
honest.
You
That's
looked
so
her in the
honest.
eyes and you said that?
You said that?
You said that to
Yeah,
her.
100%. Yeah, well, because we've been dating for like 6 months. and
That's
I'm like,
fair.
Have
That
you
is
already
like-
told her that you loved her?
No.
No?
That's
Oh,
fair.
okay.
That's
That's
You're not
fair.
pulling
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah,
right
and
on.
I'm like, and I probably said it a little harshly, but I was also like, I mean, in the moment, I mean, that's what I meant, and don't ask me questions on mushrooms, and I will give you real answers.
Mushrooms never make me honest. They just make me sick. I literally, like, I love the high of a mushroom. The buzzy wah-wahs are fun. That kind of stuff, really cool. Repeating shapes, a lot of fun to look at. But, dude, I'm going to throw up. Guaranteed.
Oh, really?
Guaranteed.
You know,
yeah.
have you tried the chocolates?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
settles my stomach.
Dude, any mushrooms just kill my stomach. I don't know why. Yeah, it's not good.
It is what it
I
is.
still do. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get, and then if you throw up like 4
You
5
actually
minutes
get it
in, it's
again.
already in.
You
yeah.
get it again. It's like
That
the.
stomach acid comes up, and
Yeah.
it's full of psilocybin.
That's
It's like
right.
touching
It's like in your nose.
I was literally telling someone
Yeah,
about that the
straight
other
to the
day.
brain.
You get a second round off of it for
Then
free.
it's just a gross round.
It's not as fun. Yeah, for sure.
You puke and you're like, oh, no, it's all I can smell is throw up. I'm
Turn
really-
to Jerry Seinfeld. I have hands. What are these hands doing?
Dude, I remember I had to work. I never worked on Saturdays. I worked a Saturday and I came home to my roommates and they told me they were doing mushrooms. And I got home for lunch and they're dancing around the living room. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? And they're like, dude, we've never heard this song before. Have you ever heard this? And I was like, yeah, I've heard Dreams by Fleetwood Mac before. What are you talking about? And they're like, dude, this is the first time we've ever heard this before. This is the greatest song of all time.
I've heard it, but I've never listened.
Yeah.
Never felt it.
I've never listened, dude. You gotta listen. I've done that with Sturgill Simpson albums.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
But like, dog, I can feel it in my bone.
There's
know
nothing
what he
worse
means.
than being not on drugs and being around people that are. Is they're like, no, but hold on, just hear this lyric, and you're like, I don't give a fuck.
Couldn't care less. Yeah.
I don't care. So what if it was never plugged in at all? I don't care.
All he says is American girls, American guys. Like this is fucking.
American girl, American guys will always stand up and salute. Will always recognize when they see old glory flying.
What do you think our kids will be tripping to?
A lot of men.
Because
Drake and Lamar.
I was gonna say classic rock will be them being like, dude, have you ever heard this on Shrooms? And it's just like, hello there, I'm so sorry.
Bro, have you ever heard of Matchbox 20?
Yeah.
It'll change your life. 3 a.m., dog.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I DJ, so I get a lot of there's like certain songs that people want to be played. Dude, Sexy Red. People love Sexy Red.
Sexy.
You don't know Sexy Red?
I'm too old to know.
Her hits include "Looking for the Hose."
Oh.
It's not ringing. a bell.
She's that song "Rich
Matt
Baby
Boyd.
Daddy" with Drake.
Matt Boyd would know this lady.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
big time.
He's my rap connoisseur.
She's black and has a fat ass. Our buddy knows her and has her pinned up on his wall.
Yeah.
Probably so. She's just like a hood rapper. Like
Yeah.
think Nicki Minaj, but everything is bounce that, shake that asshole, make that pussy breathe.
That's its whole own genre.
Yeah.
That
Let me ask
pussy
you got essentially 3 teenage daughters.
I do. Yes.
Do you regulate?
Doo-wop, doo-dop-a-doop-a-doo-wop.
Skin it up.
about you.
Looking ass. Do up. Looking ass.
Long story short,
Bop looking ass.
Bop looking ass.
Do-do-do-wop looking
Yo,
ass.
50s dancer head looking ass. Yo, fucking poodle skirt looking fucking singing ass dumbass songs. Looking ass.
Snake tattoo in a Corvette looking ass.
Grease head looking ass.
Fuck. Did you regulate the media that your kids know?
not really. No, I encourage them to listen to good stuff.
Yeah.
I encourage them not to, and I don't like if it comes on in the car, I'll probably pass. But for the most part, no, I'm not offended by words. I don't feel like, words and ideas are okay. I mean, and
Yeah, but if your daughters, I can imagine. I don't have daughters, but if I looked in my back seat and your daughter's like, "Look, watch my pussy like this."
Dude, for
I
real, man.
probably wouldn't be okay with that. But that's not my kids either. Like that's not what they
You raise them
like.
right.
These are someone's
So,
kids out here that are doing
Somebody's.
that.
Oh, there's probably a lot of them kids, but they're not my kids for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
My girls are not.
Why
that
did we all
into it.
just get black?
I never
We all
did.
think you're like, nah, not mine for sure.
Not with my
You just
kids.
said, "Pop my pussy."
When we was little.
Oh, who's that? Fucking Christina Aguilera?
No. That's the white girls in the back seat doing it. That's what.
That's right.
Yeah, I was entertaining them.
They never do that.
No, they wouldn't do that.
No, I'd
Do
kick
you
'em
remember
out.
when WAP came out and that was playing
You
everywhere?
kick them out. That's not a good way to make them stop.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Dude, I was at ACL, Austin City Limits.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Meg Thee Stallion was performing there.
Okay.
And I watched her play WAP. And I wasn't there, but you just watch. It's like all the stages kind of converge, so you can see everybody's crowds. The number of like young, early teenage girls who were there with their with a parent.
Yeah.
dad.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, the
Isn't this
dad is-
great, baby?
Dude, and
No,
they're doing
yeah.
WAP, and he doesn't know the lyrics, and he's just like,
He's like,
I
I'm
regret
pretty sure I
this.
heard Ben
it's just
Shapiro
some
talk
bald
about
guy
this.
sweating, just like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Grab a bucket and grab a mop.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have some type of disease.
Do you remember that old lady
it's
that
gross.
used to come to open mics and then do
Yeah.
wet ass pussy?
Helen.
Helen. Yeah.
Did she really?
She was like
that was her go-to.
Like 60s.
Yeah, all of her jokes were just
God.
about how she's got a sopping WAP. I mean, it was so bad.
Nope.
She would
You're-
redo the song. She rewrote the song to like
And it was
grandma
so
ass.
bad. Yeah, it was
no.
so
I
bad.
get a
That sound like Dr. Ass material
diaper
right
because
there.
I got a wet ass.
Yeah. It was like get a diaper and a bucket for this. Like
Wet ass.
Yeah, wet ass.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
definitely a Dr. Ass. A
That's
Dr. Ass thing.
guaranteedly Dr.
Yeah.
Ass
bad.
material.
You guys have a guy here named Dr. Ass?
Yes.
Oh, that rules.
Yes.
What does he
Which,
do?
Dude,
He's a
he does
61-year-old
whatever the
black
fuck
guy
he
who
wants
sometimes
to do.
does and sometimes does not wear his teeth in whenever he does stand.
No, the best night was when I was doing an open mic. I'm not kidding. Jacob goes, "Hey guys, you say whatever you want. I really don't care. Please don't say racist stuff. If you can, just don't do that." And so we're all like, "Yeah, bro, no worries. It's all good." And literally, Dr. Ass gets up and just nothing but racist stuff for like solid all 5 minutes. All 5 minutes. We're like, and we're all looking around going, "Oh, this isn't okay."
Oh, it's longer
Is
than
any of
5
it
minutes.
good?
He
Dude, it
never
feels
opened
bad.
his eyes. So
Yeah,
I'm giving him,
it's-
everyone can see me
Wait, he
giving
just
him the
keeps
light
his eyes
except for
closed
him.
and says
Yes.
racist stuff with his teeth not in?
Yeah,
Is-
he brought out the N-word
Dude,
Bible
it's
hard
so
R
bad.
and was like
So
reading
bad.
from
Does
it.
any of it do well?
No, it doesn't.
No, but
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
no,
It was just
but
like
it's a
crack
performance.
ass people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack ass
It's
down.
Andy Kaufman
Yes.
as an African American gentleman,
Yeah.
saying whatever the hell he wants to say.
Yeah.
So in that vein, it's genius.
Can I say and I say this completely seriously and
Yeah.
unironically, like what you're describing to me is like right up my alley.
Yep.
Like I genuinely
Yep.
would love to watch Dr. Ass.
You would.
In fact, the next time I come, assuming you have me back one day,
Probably not.
I would
is
do
not gonna
anything for it
happen.
to be Dr. Ass. And I loved Keys. No offense, that had nothing to do
Yeah.
with Keys.
No,
Great
Keys is
performance.
awesome, dude. Yeah, for sure.
But
Shout out
Dr.
to
Ass
Keys.
instead.
So
Or in addition to. Keys
Yeah.
can still be.
Yeah.
But Dr. Ass as doing 10.
this guy,
No, replace me with Dr. Ass. Next time you come up.
perfect.
Does Dr. Ass have 20?
Yeah. No.
He could go on for 20
He
minutes.
could.
All right, you know
But
what?
he doesn't.
But
We'll
you
let
do
him.
not want
Yeah.
that to happen.
I don't.
Yeah.
I like love what I'm hearing.
I didn't get it at first, and literally, I didn't get it while he was doing it. I got it after the fact. Like, thinking back on his performance, I'm going, "Oh, this wasn't comedy. This was a show. This was a performance. This was a character.
I think he truly believes he is that person.
Maybe so. But like
Uncle
from-
Laser's still a character, but
Yeah,
that's
you're
him.
right.
That's
Yeah.
That's
him.
true. Yeah.
Is that him? You think?
Yeah.
Him turned up to a 10.
All
That's
day.
there's
So he's usually lives around an 8, and
Okay.
on stage he'll just turn it up to that 10, which is just like
How
a
do
little
you
crazy,
know
but
that?
that's him.
He lives with him.
Yeah.
you're.
They're roommates.
Oh shit!
We
Okay.
lived with each other.
Oh, Dean.
How are we just now talking about that? Holy
Dude.
fuck!
I don't want.
Dude, Dean used to literally. Dean used to just like look and dress like me.
Yeah.
Before, but he's lived with Uncle Laser.
Now
I've just
he's got
adopted
the
his
mullet. And
by osmosis, you are adjacent, Dr.
Well, I saw
yeah.
how well it worked for him, and I was like, dog, I got to get on this.
It is working fairly
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. His.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without an act,
be,
like it's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's just saying kind of racy stuff and like
Yeah.
and having a character
He's just
which
vibing out.
I'm okay with.
He's vibing out.
I
Just
like
vibing.
it.
He's hilarious.
I do like it.
he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, great dude. I
crazy.
love Laser.
That what a small world. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Laser's awesome.
Yeah.
But Dr. Ass sounds like truly like.
Man.
I
He
just
is-
love this.
he
First
is a
show he
unique
comes out
character.
to, I'm reading out the names and I'm like, I know people are going to say some shit about this. So I'm like, all right, number 1, Keys. Number 2, Jay. Number 3, Dr. Ass. And this guy, Jay Moody. We got 3 comics, me, Jay Moody, and Keys. And Jay looks at him and goes, Dr. Ass, are you a proctologist? And he goes, what is that?
See?
I had no idea.
I mean, dude.
I know.
that
It's
rips
too good
is
to be
literally
ironic.
An ass doctor.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
what a
yeah,
proctologist
yeah.
is.
Context clues, I can
For your
figure that
name
out.
to be Dr. Ass, and then somebody says you're a proctologist, he just goes like, no, what that is.
The fuck that.
It's so funny because I know that's what he actually said. Yeah.
That's why it's good. It's not it's without irony. It's so perfect.
Just sucking
that
on his
is.
gums like,
yes.
nah, what that is.
Never heard of it.
I mean, that's the best thing I've ever heard of in my life.
really
That's so
is,
funny.
It's so good. And it's so bad that it's good type of thing. Yeah. And he gets started and like it's so race harsh.
He walked
That,
it.
like-
We had a whole table of black women and he walked them. Like
Yeah.
they were like she literally said, "Oh, this ain't for me, honey," and then
No.
she left. Like they
Every
were
white
not happy.
person isn't even looking at him. They're just looking at the other black people in the room going,
Being like,
hey, are you okay with this?
Yeah.
Because I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
No,
yeah.
it's not.
But
love
it's a
Dr.
great
Ass.
performance. Yeah. But anyway, that's a great part to end on. I
Great
guess.
part to end
Wait, hold on. Before we end on, I do have something
Please.
I did want to talk about.
There's a couple of things. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
When I was in Tampa doing shows, we went out after the bar. We went to the bar, and then afterwards, Zach Townsend and I were walking through the lobby of the hotel, and there's a bunch of people there all hanging out. It was for a comedy festival, and then there was this guy, and he walked across the hotel and was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Who's that guy?" And Zach was like, "Oh, it's my buddy." And then we all go to the beach, and then that guy gets completely naked and then runs around, and then we're like, what the, because we're going to jump in the water, but we all had like our underwear on or swimsuits. We're out on the beach. We have our hotel rooms right there.
Yeah, and the water's cold.
And the water's cold. Let's fucking get in. And this dude just gets completely naked, and all of us go, Zach, what the fuck? And then he goes, I have no idea who that guy is. Like, you're just gonna turn on your buddy. Wow. Okay.
Ice cold.
He's ice cold. Zach Townsend, ice cold.
You would do it to me or any of us in a second.
In a heartbeat.
I would not.
If I got naked and started running around, you'd be like,
No, I'd
you
be
know
like,
what?
Spencer,
I don't
put your damn clothes on.
know who that
Go,
is.
Spencer Cavins, put your wiener up.
Hey,
Cavins.
brother.
We just did this.
Dude, that was the
He's still, by the way, you know how he kept fucking up your name?
Uh-huh.
We literally had a whole conversation in my car. My friend of almost 5 years, and I was teaching him my last name for the, I don't know, 85th time.
Yeah.
But it's because he keeps doing it, and I.
No, because
he
you
keeps
keep
trying
saying it wrong. So
I know.
You know, so want to know
Well,
what's
now
funny?
it's a thing. You got to keep doing it.
I
It's
went.
not a bit though. I'm not doing a bit. I want you to know that. I'm
that's
not doing
worse.
it intensely. I know, but I'm letting you know. I'm not doing it.
You just honestly don't remember my name. That
That's
actually is
worse.
hurtful.
It's not that I don't remember you. I love you.
That's how little I mean to you that you won't.
I kissed you on the. I tongue kissed you.
That's not that. I'd
You've
rather you just say my
probably
last
done
name.
that to a lot of people.
To be honest.
I have
In
not.
truth. No? Okay. Right.
A lot of women.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the difference.
I kissed
for
her.
sure. Yeah. right.
I've never kissed a water buffalo before. Some ugly ass. hog.
All right, where can I find you guys? Tell me about your social media real quick. Tell me. Oh, go
I have,
ahead,
I have
go
one
ahead.
more thing. So I
Okay.
had gone out and I did barrels and amps with you, and I was like, "Hey, my last name is Guidry." I was like, "I know it's a tough name. Like everyone kind of fucks it up." I was like, I went and did a show with Dean. He kind of fucked it up. So just like, it's Guidry, just that way you know. And then I get off stage and I go, "All right, everyone, give it up for Spencer Cavins, everybody." And then I got off and I was like, "You fucking idiot!"
you serious?
I was just like, "Hey, this is my last name." And then I fucked up his, and I was like, "God damn it."
That's fine.
I got concussions.
Oh, then
Shit
you're
doesn't
fine,
stick.
man. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. It's
Learn it.
it's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
Learn it.
You're just a special
Remember it
guy.
like the back of your hand. Thank you for having us, guys. That was a lot of fun.
No,
I really
thank
enjoyed
you,
that.
man.
So much
I
fun.
normally
Thank y'all.
reserve this to
Absolutely, yeah.
after the episode, but this has been fucking great, dude.
Yeah,
It's
I loved
super
it.
Easy conversation, a lot of fun. Tell us where we can find you on social media and upcoming dates, if you would. Go.
Just at Spencer Cavins on Instagram, and then I'm at Esauce and Comedy Club pretty much every weekend.
That's what's up.
Freaking- If you follow it, I'll post my show dates on there.
Cool.
DNA Stanfield on Instagram, and then me and Spencer are hitting the road August, September, October.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to book out a little run to do together. Maybe
Florida.
come back by Florida, Nashville,
Back to Lake Charles.
back to Lake Charles. I'm
Down.
Dude,
Yeah,
y'all come through,
yeah.
man. Y'all got
I
a spot.
just
for sure.
sincerely want Dr. Ass to be there. Even just give
Oh
him
my
five.
God,
I'll do my
yes.
best.
Give him 5. I'll do less time.
All right.
I'll pay out of my pocket.
Nah, he's coming. He's
I'll pay
coming.
out of my pocket.
He's come to one of the paid shows and he brought wings from Papa John's with him and he roasted me the whole set. He just eating his wings in the front going, "Nyeh," and Jake just
I love
roasting me.
everything. He went, wait, dude. He went to one of your paid shows, bought a ticket, brought Papa John's wings,
Brought
sat in the
Papa
front
John's
row
wings.
and roasted you.
Yep. I
This
said-
guy
yeah.
is. My
It's
brain's
more than
exploding how
it's
much I
exactly
love
what
him.
you think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good, dude.
I will for real. Y'all come through.
Yeah.
We'll get
He
y'all
wrote
out
a
again.
book.
And he's written 12 books that he's
written-
published
12.
Yeah.
Does he sell them?
Yes.
on Amazon.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Let's use this
He
time.
sold the
How
book
can
the
we
night
find
I saw
Dr.
him.
Ass?
You got to do his real name.
You got to call Papa John's in Lake Charles, ask for a delivery.
Show up. He's there.
Is there anybody who orders exactly 5 Parmesan garlic wings to their home?
He works there. He's a driver.
He
for it.
literally does work there. He might deliver your
12
pizza.
books, and he's
They're books, but they're more like
More like experiences.
yeah. It's
Okay, Dr. Ass.
yes, yep. He's gotten so much more playtime than he deserves.
This is
We've
is
talked
him.
about him so much. It's so good, dude.
I'm in love with him.
It's
he's a character, man.
That's,
I mean-
it's Andy Kaufman as an African American, like an unknown African American person. That's
mean,
literally
dude,
what it is. It's a character.
I love this.
And you don't know if he knows it's a character.
I can't
That's
hear
what's
you.
so brilliant about it.
what is his name? Something the comic.
Agabar the comic. So
Agabar the
funny.
comic.
Another hilarious guy.
That's his dad. Agabar's dad.
Oh, that tracks.
Nice.
Anyway.
All
to
right,
see it,
guys, thank you so much for listening to Chuckstars. This has been an amazing episode. Truly, thank you guys so much for coming.
anytime.
This has been amazing. Can't wait to hopefully we'll do a 2-parter maybe in August, September, October times. You know, we'll see what's up.
doubt
And Jacob, do you have anything to plug before we go?
Nothing. Me and T-Ray are going on that tour. We're gonna be in Austin, San Marcos, end of this month. So that's pretty much it, man.
Awesome. Nice. Thank you guys for listening to Chuckstars.
Later.